way back when I started off as a jit. Ay, then the days with the Kool-Aid and the Thunderbird getting lit. Hey, man, it was bad. Had to put them all on the list. Ay, knock them all out the park now. When they throw a pitch, I don't miss. Ay, started to know it was him. Ay, different from all of my friends. Ay, I see myself in the bench. Ay, never end up in the pen. Ay, once in a life I can live. Ay, now I'm too focused on ends. Ay, I said I'm too focused on M's. I'm going legit. 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 Fiends like I know that dope. Acting like I ain't know. It ain't science though. I was really raised like that. That's why I grind hard, no cap. Tell them you can check my stats. Everything said on facts. Look, I learned quick from the drug game, but I ain't never want to jump in it. I seen fools lose their whole lives cause they ain't use their mind when they in it. My mind learned real quick. Watch my steps and I'm winning. Got a Model 3. Seats roll the windows up cause they tinted. I'm going legit. I'm going legit.
What's up, everybody? OG here, and let's get into it. First and foremost, it's community weekend, boys. It's community day every day here because it's all about the team, but we're really going to hone in. We got some coaching stuff I want to show you. I got to play 2 AI games to get these last little rewards, and I want to show you my new setup I'm going for that's going to include my boy Jude Bellingham. I got a video coming out at 5 p.m. You guys are going to love it, so make sure you check that out. We might even do a little preview of that. But we're also going through every single football game out right now. And it's crazy to see what that FC27 is already essentially failing. But what about goals in UFL? Something's even crazier is going on there. So we're going to go through all of that. But first, we're going to get a little gameplay in. I want to give a little shout out to my boy AMG. He comes in and he has only been playing the game like literally a few days. He goes by the name Relentless True on here, but it's AMG on YouTube. And we did our first coaching session, right? And what's up, Basisha? And then basically we did our first coaching session. I gave him the rundown on what to work on first, and then I stopped. I said, look, now you go work on this, then you come back. If we keep going, you're going to get little tidbits, you're going to ask questions, but you're not going to be able to retain it. So getting your individual, he's 4 days in, so it's like getting your individual instructions right, not rushing on offense, right? Learning to use matchup the right way, not diving in, which I like. Even I still have some issues sometimes when I get impatient with not being patient enough defensively in eFootball. So imagine 4 days in coming from a game like FC where it's all AI defending and the game's 100 miles an hour. And so first game he goes into after a coaching session, guy he's lost to like 3 times, he beats him. He admitted he scored kind of a shittier goal, but to lose 3 times and then win, I mean, that's huge. Even if it's just a confidence thing, that's what I love doing. That's what it's all about. So we're really going to focus these sessions around that. But I wanted to show you guys this real quick. 5 p.m. We're going to go through all this here shortly, but I want to show you guys this. Let's see here. Go to my channel. Right here. So 5 p.m. this comes out, okay? This video is an in-depth breakdown of the new Jude Bellingham card, talking about its comparison to the whole player Hullet, which was one of the best cards in the game. So here, let me pull this up for you. One of the best, if not the, in my opinion, the best. But there's obviously different positions. Like, it's hard to compare an attacking mid to a CM to a striker to a center back. But pound for pound, like as far as importance on the pitch. And so I do an in-depth breakdown here using Hullet. I'm going to show you a system where I'll be using both Hullet and the whole player Bellingham. That comes Monday. So even if you're a free-to-play player, if you have a few bucks that you can put aside, this Bellingham, especially if you don't have the hole player, because they're unique, right? What do you typically see with hole players? I'll show you right now, right? So this is the setup that I'm going to be using. You see here whether I play LBC against Quick Counter or my sub tactic with it, which is possession for everything else. That's what I use against everybody else. Same setup, okay? And right now I got the box-to-box Bellingham. When I get the new one, I'll fuse this one into the new one. But this whole player card's unique because his defensive abilities, right? When you look at my other whole players, like I have one of my substitutes right now. Look at Eze, a straight-up attacking player. He actually has decent defense for someone who's not typically as good. Defensively, it's actually decent. Usually they're in like the 40s. Like you look at Yamal, you look at Ronaldinho, right? So Eze's not bad, but not in these 70s and 80s like a Bellingham or Hullet, right? So when you put two hole players in these positions here, you're going to get the defensive coverage like from a box-to-box, which you're going to see in these games. And you could still just do one if you want, one hole player. But when you have two, you not only have these three attackers doing what they do, but you have constant help from these two making these deep runs that many times go unmarked. So this system here I'm extremely excited about. So we're going to get into that, and then I'm going to play these AI games. So one of my biggest things that I've been talking about in eFootball, I just released a video on it. Make sure you check that out, which is owning the midfield, right? I always talk about the midfield here, which this setup right here is lacking a bit compared to what you could do. I mean, you could run 4 or 5 midfielders and completely shut down your opponent defensively and still have help offensively without a doubt. However, if you want to take the approach of controlling the game in the attacking third and being able to score just a lot of goals to where your opponent is going to have to score a ton to beat you, this is the setup for you. So you still have your back four. You have your one offensive fullback. If you didn't like the overlaps as much, which I do, I love how offensive fullbacks give you width. But if you wanted the more help in the center, you could go with a fullback finisher. So when we have the ball, if I had Marcelo in, he would come in the middle and help Vieira out, help Bellingham. All these guys in the central area, that's where Marcelo would head to, right? And it just gives you more numbers. But for me, I like having some width in an already narrow setup. But the reason I went with this is because I want to really test out the abilities of this new Bellingham coming Monday, as well as Hullet together, because they truly play very similar, and Hullet is extremely helpful on both sides of the ball. When you times that by 2, I believe that that's all you will need is a Vieira anchorman or another strong anchorman, and then 2 hole players by the likes of Bellingham and Hullet, who are going to be outstanding offensively, but provide enough help together defensively, along with your back four, to where you won't feel like this is too attacking. But that's what we're going to see, and we're going to get a good test today because we're playing in AI Division 1, right? Extremely difficult, more challenging even than PvP. So it will be a great test heading into FC27 to see if this system is worthy. Both long ball counter and possession, I play the exact same setup. There's a bit of a difference to the approach, and I'll talk about that shortly, but everyone always asks about individual instructions. Whether it's my regular LBC or possession, I always go just one setting, and that's defensive on Vieira, on his offensive side, right? It doesn't matter if you put it on offense 1 or 2, but even though he's an anchor man, I just want to be sure that he doesn't venture out, and sometimes he would, right? So this instruction, in my opinion, is a must. As far as the other individual instructions, I look at every game differently, right? And I'll change these. Sometimes I'll go offensive on my Yamal or Ronaldinho. Let's say my opponent has an attacking wing back on one of their sides. I'll go offensive to try to exploit that. Sometimes I go counter target. Sometimes I might even go 2 counter targets. Luis Suarez and Ronaldinho, Luis Suarez and Yamal, just to give them a little bit more help in certain, depending on the opponent. Other times, right, I might go 2 tight mark players, depending on my opponent. If they have a 3-pronged attack, I'll go with the left and right wingers tight marked. I never go with the striker if they have a 3-pronged attack, because for the most part they're going to look to get that ball from the wingers to the striker and do a 1-2, or wingers to the striker so the striker can take a half turn and shoot the ball. So when you have those tight marks, if you leave one of those wingers open, not to mention sometimes they have the blitz curler and they just need a little space, I go with the wingers. If it's a 2-striker setup, I'll tight mark both strikers. If it's a 1-striker setup, I'll tight mark one and then maybe use the other setup as counter target. I don't typically mess with man marking unless I have an attacking midfielder that's just owning me. Like let's say in this setup, that sweet spot that you see kind of in between Suarez and Vieira, right? You see there's that central area. Without 2 defensive mids, which I talk about this in my owning the midfield video, without 2 defensive mids, your opponent, is at least the skill ones that are going with a narrow setup, they're going to look to get the ball. And here, I can help out with this. A second. They're going to look to get the ball right in this area. Let me show you real quick. All right, so I'll draw over the drawing. How about that? So there we go. So they're going to look to get the ball right in this area here. That's where your opponent wants the ball, okay? So you have your Vieira, which for the other team, whether this is Vieira or not, here it is. Here's a defensive mid, right? And let's say you have your 2 other defensive-minded midfielders here. So the sweet spot that you want to try to get into is this area, right? Your strikers are going to be working here. Now, you're going to force the backs, which I'll show in orange, to either press up and help, in which case you could do a 1-2 and get through, or, I'm going to erase this, or you can just receive the ball here, take a half turn, and shoot the ball, right? But that's where you want it, if you can get in here. So with 2 defensive mids, like let's just say this player here is a defensive mid as well, and then you had 2, you'll have 1 staying put to make sure that whenever the striker gets the ball in here, there's pressure. And then this other player here can go hunting, right? Whether you have a destroyer or I was using like Orchestrator Rodri, and then even if he manually didn't press AI-wise, I could manually move him up because I knew I had the cover from my other defensive mid. But when you have 1 defensive mid only, let's just cross this guy here out, right? Pretend he doesn't exist. This player's not there. When you have 1 defensive mid only, he's going to have to stay put to make sure this player right here, circled in blue, cannot get free. Pretend this is the number 9, right? Pretend Hullet in this case is actually the number 9. We need to make sure that the anchor man is not letting him take a half turn and shoot or potentially do a give and go and get through. So that anchor man's extremely important, right? So what does that mean? That means that if you have, let's say this is Bellingham here, and this is Hullet here, who I'll be using, right, as my CMs, they're my CMFs. You get the picture what that means. CMF. I'm getting used to drawing with this. CMFs, right? They're going to have to drop in here and slide and help and cover this area. And then let's say the ball goes out wide. We'll represent that in pink. The ball's out here now, okay? Now, this Bellingham will have to slide here. Vieira is still going to have to stay somewhat central because he's got to watch this dangerous area. He's by himself now. And then Hullet will slide a bit here. So they're always sliding, but they're more central. With a second defensive mid, you have a little bit more room, right? Because you have a whole nother person to help cover the dangerous areas. It can still work out. Where it's going to be tough for some, or where they're going to have, where the question comes in, and we'll check it in these 2 games, is when those 2 CMFs are pushed up the pitch, okay? They're pushed up the pitch and they are attacking, because whole players attack a lot, right? So that's what we're really going to have to watch you. Oh, it didn't show the colors? Dang, how did I get that to work last time? Let me think about this. So it's out. Let me think of how I got that to show. Tell me if it shows now. Hold on. Let me try this now. So it's showing the background stuff. Give me 1 second. Let me do something real quick. Let's see what we got here. This is a good little tester, though, for sure. I was just doing it. I got to figure out what. Oh, I didn't mark this out. I didn't mark this out. It should do it now, so hold on. So how about now? Tell me if the colors show up now. Do they show up? Tell me if this shows up on the screen. It should show up. Let me know. Perfect. All right. See, I'm learning it, but I got it right now. All right. Now we're in business. Now we're in business. Okay. So I'm going to use this game as an example again, and I'm going to show you guys that all over again. So as you can see in this video, this is coming out at 5 o'clock, so you'll be able to see I do these exact breakdowns. You see I start one here, right? So this is a good example right here, all right? The blue is already on the screen, so I'm going to use yellow and orange for this. So in this, it's demonstrating my Ronaldinho scores here on a blitz curler, but I wanted to demonstrate here. I'll go to blue to show you. If I kept playing the video, you would see where Hullet. One second here. All right, Hullet actually makes that run. So you see there. I want to bring this back though because I don't want that blue on the screen. There we go. Perfect. Hullet actually makes this run here. And if that shot from Ronaldinho wasn't on, right, he easily would be wide open. So now, pretend that this card right here isn't Rodri, because that's a Rodri orchestra. He's staying back. He's almost like he helps Vieira more than he does anything, and he's a good option deep, but he doesn't go much further than he is, okay? Let's pretend that this is Bellingham here. He's a whole player as well. What you're going to get now is this run here as well. Then you see Ronaldinho. He is my left side AMF, so I'm going to represent that with the X there. Then Yamal would be cutting into the left from the right, right? And then of course you have Luis Suarez here. So look at these runs that you're going to get. You only have 3 outright attackers, right? I'll represent that in orange here. Okay? But then instead of just getting this one run from Hullet that I've been getting in my current system using 2 DMFs, well, 1 DMF and 1 sort of faux DMF, because Rodri does, as you can see, cheat up, but he doesn't go further than where he's at, that orange circle. The Bellingham card will. He'll be following where you see the blue line, right? So now you'll have Hullet here, right? You'll have Bellingham here, and they're helping my 3 attackers, right? And they're the type of runs they're going to be making. If Ronaldinho, as you can see here, is inside, Bellingham will actually curve around this backside and overlap. Same with Hullet. If I have Yamal here, or even Suarez made a run into this area, Hullet will come around here. Hullet might even go diagonal towards this way, right? So they give you a extremely dynamic attack. I want to show you something here as well. Let me play this video real quick, because the attacking AI is so good in eFootball. When you have these hole players whose job is just literally, they find any holes they can and they run through them. Once they're in the mix and the ball stays up, it's not like a box-to-box will sometimes retreat once they don't get the ball. Hole players, they're going to stay right in the mix. Now that's where if you lose the ball, you might have to just be patient while they recover, because they're going to stay in the mix in the attack. But I want to show you how incredible this gets in the attack. Hold on. Let me find it. Here, so right here. So this is perfect. Okay, look where Hullet is here, guys. Look where Hullet is here. Let me just check something real quick. Check something here, 1 sec. Alright, perfect. It's showing. Okay, I wanted to make sure it was still showing. I was like, dang, because it's new. I don't want to do all this if you guys can't see, so that's perfect. Now I know exactly how to do it. Okay, so getting back into it. So now this is another play. Now what ends up happening here is Hullet plays a ball to Suarez, and they're thinking that Hullet's going to get it back here, which he could have, but instead I seen all this space out here. I turn and shoot. I'll actually show you real quick, then I'll bring it back. Boom, boom. Okay, and I thought I ended up scoring there, but he blocked it. But you seen why I went for that. Now let's watch Hullet's movement real quick here. Right, this is just like having another striker, guys. This is just like having another striker. Watch his movement here. Boom, look at that. And that play was on. I should have played it here. So, yeah, there's going to be those times where there's human error, but obviously that's not on the game, right? That's on you needing to get better, which is fine. But that's the beauty of these hole players, is that at times it's going to be like you have 3 forwards. At times it's going to look like you have 2 wingers outside. They're always helping. They're always making darting runs, right? How Suarez or an advanced striker makes runs, they'll make those, and they'll check too. And like having 2 hole players up there, your offense is going to just transform. That's why Hullet never leaves the team. I've had situations where I was like, oh, I need to be more defensive, or Hullet doesn't fit, just making runs forward. Guys, there's no situation where a card that has the ability to help defensively, that brings the physical aspect of the game, get up in the air, can win the ball, can play any position, just like Bellingham, and can be helpful. I mean, you could put Hullet and Bellingham at wingback, and they would be extremely good, right? So now you just times this by 2 with Bellingham, right? Pretend I have like a Bellingham cheating up in this area, or a Bellingham right out here helping out. Like, Bellingham is just going to add even more, or making an overlap here. Then they both have good enough passing where they can cross even. I mean, everything you can ask for. So the big question, once again, it just comes down to the defensive side of things. Can these two be good defensively, right? That, with 2 hole players, can they be enough to help out Vieira defensively? So that's what we're going to check out. What's up, Blocks? Let me see. Is it just me, or wide CMF hole player are better fullbacks than real? They absolutely can. They absolutely can be great. They're excellent attacking-minded fullbacks for sure. So use Bellingham right, CMF, waiting for Lamine's passing. Yeah, dude, absolutely. So that's what I'm going to get into today. Now, just to test it out accordingly, I know I'm getting another Bellingham Monday, right? And I want to show you my build real quick too. But for the sake of this, I want to use an actual hole player here. And luckily, Eze doesn't have amazing defense, but it's better than typical. So we're going to go through this in these 2 AI games I have to play for rewards anyway. It's against Division 1 AI, so it's going to be a beast of a game, or 2 games. So it'll be a great test. Now, I also want to go and show you, let me pull this up real quick, the builds that I've created here. Make sure you join my Discord if you haven't already, because you can get all my builds. Also, eFootBase. If you follow me on there, I'm a verified creator. You can look at all my builds on there whenever you want to. Let me go to my Discord here. Should be able to pull it up. There we go. Okay. Perfect. What's up, Muhammad? How are you? So, before we get into these test games, these are the builds so far. Alright, I was showing my new coaching tools there. So here's my Olise build, Michael Olise build. I love the build. This is his +1 unless you're going to have a ton of France players, which with France is a nation where you could definitely have, but you would need 8 or more to get a +2, and then I think like 17, but on the bench players count. But even with the +1 build, brilliant stats. But as a creative playmaker, I would rather have him as a hole player personally, or even as a, put him as a winger position and let me play him no play style, because creative playmaker like Ronaldinho's perfect for it, right? Olise's the type of guy you want running at defenders, right? So to have, let me go in here real quick, to have him as a creative playmaker, let's see what we'd have to do to turn that off. Because I just don't want him staying put at all. I want him constantly, and you can manually make him make runs forward and take on players and stuff. But the reason why I like it for Ronaldinho is because he can set up players, he can quickly do a move and beat a defender, but he's got that blitz curler on him. Elise does not. So for Elise, I'd rather have something like, if we're looking here, I'd rather have him prolific winger roaming flank, and then you could use him no play style, right, as an AMF. Creative playmaker, you literally have to play him. Unless you're going to play him center forward, which I don't recommend, you literally, no matter what, are going to have a player who takes advantage of gaps to initiate attacks and assist in shots and goals. So he's not going to see the gaps and run through them himself. He's going to see the gaps and look to play that ball through. And there's pretty much no way with a creative playmaker that you can get that thing turned off. So when you go back to him and look, right, you're either going to have to tweak the build. Like, this is how I'd want to build my Elise as a plus, with the +1 booster, since I don't have a bunch of French players. And to do that, I bring down the passing. It's still very good, but not like not like elite. And I would actually wish that I could lower that passing a little bit down, have him as like a whole player, and then I would have boosted up the finishing and probably the dribbling and let him just go to town going at opponents. Maybe even putting him at SS. But again, that would still be a creative playmaker coming to the ball, as opposed to a true AMF. He would be more of a secondary striker is how I'd use him in the meta, since we're not using many wingers. But that's just me. Doesn't mean that it's not a great card. Obviously, he's a real-life great player. The curl is spot on. By the way, how do you not give... If you've ever seen Olise take a curling shot, he's got a huge foot that just, like, wraps around the ball. It's crazy, guys. Like, how do you not give a player who, like, it makes sense to give him blitz curler and you don't give him blitz curler? A player where it could absolutely, like, help him a ton. Now, the card we've all been talking about. Again, this is in my video that drops in less than an hour. You'll see an in-depth review of all this. But this is how I'm going to... Nope, never mind. This is my buddy Smookers. This is how I'm going to build mine. I want him more attacking, right? I want him more attacking. So Magnetic Feet, he's going to be excellent on the ball. He'll actually have the ability in tighter spaces, up to 4 defenders that are around him, he holds the ball tightly against. Like, it triggers from 1 to 4 defenders where he's got tighter control on the ball, which can be absolutely useful, especially in the center of the park where it's super condensed, where it's super small, a lot of crowding. And the defensive stats, I mean, yes, you could raise them. I'll show you my boy Smooker's build here shortly. But as a whole player, I need that 90 finishing. I need that offensive awareness high. He still has good enough low passing to do the small give and goes and to lay the ball off accordingly. And then, of course, he has one-touch pass, through pass. That stuff will help him out for sure, right? But having that attacking surge, you want to utilize that. And when he's making those runs, and he gets behind the defense, having that extra boost will help a ton. Then you're going to want him to be able to finish the ball. So I'll compare this here shortly to the Hullet build. But here's how my boy Smooker built him to be more as more of a, like, I'll call this a box-to-box build, right? The finishing is what gets me, right? The finishing is what gets me. For me, that's got to be 90. That's got to hit that blue. Because you're going to end up with that attacking surge, getting him boosted through on goal, and he's going to get chances. A lot of times, Hullet and Bellingham will get as many, if not more, chances than Suarez, because he'll be man-marked or tight-marked or whatnot. And so, not having that 90 finishing, like, if you look at all my attacking players, right? Remember, this is just until I get the whole player Bellingham here. But 90 finishing. See the 90 physical contact. Bellingham can't quite get there, but close. Elite dribbling. I mean, this is the best card in the game, pound for pound, without a doubt. But you can see where Bellingham's close on the defensive side. So they're not elite defenders, but when they're in this area, we'll see how helpful they are. Ronaldinho has a 90 finishing. Yamal, 90 finishing. Of course, my striker's got to have 95 finishing, if at all possible. Why can't I get up to Suarez? There we go. 95 finishing. And then even my Ronaldo off the bench, 95 finishing. I think even this Messi has 95, yeah. Owen, 95 finishing. Oh, he only got to 94, but still. He gets a super sub boost. Wildcard asks, hold on, let me move this out of the way. Any idea how to make a 4-2-1-3 work with a lone striker acting as a false 9? So, 4-2-1-3. It's very similar to how I was playing previously, but instead of 2 DMFs and then 3 AMFs, you have 1 AMF and then 2 SSs and a striker, correct? What's up, Lone Wolf? How are you, bro? What happened? Tell me what happened. Wildcard, is that how it is? 2 SSs and a striker? Oh, congrats. My boy Lone Wolf's on over in Twitch right now, and he said that he got the Mbappe off of his free spin. Congrats, buddy. Super pumped for you. Congrats. Congrats. So, to make it work with a false 9, you might want to actually go with, instead of 2 SSs and a striker, you might want to go with 1 AMF, a CF, and an SS is how you might want to go. Or you could go 2 center forwards and an SS and have that false 9 kind of be your AMF. But that's how I would make it work with a, acting as your lone striker as a false 9. Well, yeah, that's how I do it then. I would go with a deep lying forward type of striker. If you want the striker to play as a false 9, for one, try to get a deep lying forward. If you go advanced striker, they're going to be making runs in behind and looking to stretch. If you go like a target man or even a poacher, like right here, like I don't want to confuse it because I know there's overseas it's Fox in the box and then what is it, goal poacher or whatever here, but I'll show you who I'm talking about. Ibra. So whatever this is in Europe. So over here we have a poacher and an advanced striker. Their poacher is called a fox in the box, and their advanced striker is called a goal poacher. So I'm talking about the U.S. version of the poacher, which is the fox in the box over, in Europe. So if you get a fox in the box, even they come to the ball quite a bit. They play similar to a false 9, right? The goal poacher / advanced strikers, they're going to be tough. You can't really do anything to make them play as complete false 9s like you want. Absolutely, Basisha. All this is football. Where I get all this from, so I'm a professional coach for the academy level of a professional squad. I used to be more open about all my information, but a rat ruined it all. I was in an argument back and forth, and I shouldn't even have showed him, but I was like, dude, look, I showed him the picture, showed him some stuff, because he's like, you don't do this, you don't do that. And sure enough, after I put it out on stream, they get an email that I don't even use, bro, and start going after the club. But luckily, like they don't know my real name or anything. But I'm not shy about what I do and about like this YouTube channel and shit. So luckily, like, bro, you got people calling up here, emailing and stuff, and they were like sending streams, stupid shit, bro. Because you know how I don't take it easy on rats. But why I'm telling you this is because I have to be careful how much information I divulge, but I'll tell you that everything I do comes from like my experience in real life. I'm not an eFootball I'll give you an example. There's people that have played all the way back from like PES 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Now I've played a lot of those games. 2 of my favorite games all time are ISS 64 and PES 6. Oh, and PES 13 was amazing too. Officially PES 2013. But I'm not like, I didn't play all the way through. When the game first came over to PS5, it was terrible. Like, that's what made me go over and start competing in FC. And then I was low level FC Pro over there, but it was FC Pro. People get mad, like, I'm not saying I was up there on the stage with Vergang and Tex, but literally it's like, congrats, FC Pro tournament, FC Pro, that's what it's called. I can't help it. They don't call it FC Pro Junior, FC Pro, like the way their competitions are. I played in all those tournaments, did all that. Then I started my channel when the new UFL game came out. I got the 10 in the world over there. Then finally, thanks to my boy Galfano, who I wish he would come back. He's been hating eFootball, at least from the posts that I see. And then he'll play it every once in a while, but I can get some of his frustrations for sure. But we're having such a good time over here. And the guy that helped me, like, trust me, give it another try, doesn't even really play or come into the community or nothing. But that's why I gave it a try. So I get all my knowledge literally from real life football. It's not from just playing this game forever. It's from diving in and learning everything I can. And luckily, because of how true to football this game is, my real life experiences translate very well. So that's why I'm saying, if you guys just love football, then you can learn it. And then it's just about, like, as you gain the knowledge, it's just about learning to translate it from your mind to the sticks, which sometimes can be easier said than done. Like, you might know exactly what you need to do, but you got to translate it to whatever command it is to do that on the game. You see what I mean? But your knowledge in real football goes a long way in this game, for sure. Yeah, but Shisha, you can ask a million questions, bro. Like, you created your system. I want to create my own system, but I don't know where to start. I like to attack through wingers, but can't find my formation. I play... CC, can you give me some tips? Absolutely, I can give you some tips. Here's what I want you to do. Join the Discord. Go to the link right now. Go to the link. And then I want you to DM me your team. Just say, hey, this is Basisha from the live. And I'll give you help. I'll do it right now just to show the guys kind of how I roll. Just click the link in the Discord. DM me. And then we'll get your team. We'll help you set up something right now. Would you recommend pass level 2 or 3? Okay, so I go with both, but I mainly go with 2 because 3, like, the reason the passing frustrates me, not because it's not a good system, but it's the aim being off. Like, sometimes I'll be passing to the right and the ball goes left. Sometimes I want to pass to Eze and the ball goes to Hullet. Like, I'll have with Vieira, I want to go to Eze, it goes to Suarez. You see what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So I'll change that to 3 sometimes, but I notice it gets worse as I go up. So I'm like, I got to control with TMR sticks. I know everyone always says, like, is it stick drift? Is it... Bro, my sticks are literally the best in the business. They're TMR sticks, custom controller. It's not stick drift. I see a lot of people talking about that. I know sometimes it can be. It's the aim. You see a lot of people talking about it. So you got to find what's best for you. I would never go with 1 because it may seem like, oh my gosh, they help you with everything. It's terrible, dude. They'll pick out, you'll try to go to Ronaldinho from Zambrotta, and the game will decide. They'll choose to pass to, like, Vieira for you. It's crazy. 4 is ridiculous. It is literally like, it's supposed to be full manual, but it feels to me like their own aim is off. Like, what they dictate based on where you're pointing is off. So I would go 2 or 3. Test them both in AI games or in games for his friends and see. I know, Blocks. That's what I love about this game is because it translates. Like, watching Barcelona possession 2028 gives me different ideas and build-up. 1,000%, bro. 1,000%. So let's test this out. We're really focused on Hullet, and Eze right now is mimicking Bellingham. But remember, Eze's even way worse. Like, Bellingham's right around what this Hullet build looks like. You can see how I built him. More offensive. And then if you didn't feel comfortable with this low defensive stats, you could take from the others to boost up the defensive stats, of course. It will take a little bit away from what they do on the offense, but they can still be good. So let's get into these AI games. And test this system out and see if it leaves too many holes in the defensive area, particularly in the DMF area. Because now Vieira doesn't have a partner. Like, I had him with Rodri or Davids. Let's see if the opponent fits what I'm trying to work on here. Alright, I'm going to hit... okay, it's recording. Perfect. Alright, so we'll go... So even this one. I'm going tight mark on Atep and Drogba. And since he's playing long ball counter, I'm playing possession. So I'll go to it right now. My sub-tactic individual instructions, because they're different. Remember, you got to set them up for both. I don't want to worry about Pele here. I want to worry about attempt. And Drogba. So he has Drogba going back post, yeah. So, individual instructions, sub-tactic, attempt, and Drogba. So this is possession. So let's see how they do it in possession. So let's see if I have any attacking. So Vestre and Beckenbauer. So right on the right, he has a stay back, wing back / center back. So Vestre will be darting up the pitch. So that's my right side, which is Yamal. I'm going to put him on offensive so he can try to exploit on a counterattack when Sylvester is pushed up the pitch. So let's see if we can take advantage of that. Oh, I got to do it on my sub-tactic. Offensive, Yamal. All right, so this is where we're at. Everyone's on really good conditions, so that's good. See how the subs. Oh, Messi's looking really nasty too, though. Rodri's good. Oh man, everyone's on fire right now. Let's go ahead and give Ronaldo a shot so you can see the new Ronaldo. Whoops. It's hard to get to my striker. There we go. See, it moves since I subbed out Yamal and X, and I have to go reset that. So you guys got to make sure you do that. Oh, I'm going to have to do it again. Now I'll start this way. All right, let's get into it. Failed to send message. All right, Basisha, let me see. And then I'll get into it after this game. I don't know why I failed. Are you in my... It should allow me to accept it. What's your name on here? What's your name? And I'll request you after this. Just leave it in the chat. Alright, I'll get into it right after this game. Alright, so we're really going to test this out. I really want you to pay attention to Eze and Hullet. And then after the game, we'll go into this too. Here, let me start a different recording for this. 1 second. See here. Alright. Capture. We should be good. Okay. I gotta label this elsewhere. Okay, so this is bells and bullet. I'm labeling it so I remember, and then I'll do the same for this video too. Alright, buddy. I'll check it out in just a sec. Alright, 1 sec. Hey, so tell me, is there a different screen on right now? Is that my laptop screen showing or no? Can you guys tell me? Or is it still the game showing? Trying to work out all these different screens. OBS works great, but when you add new tools, you really got to focus on it. So if you guys ever stream or anything and need help, I can help you. Just the game showing? Okay, good. Okay, good. That's what I wanted. Perfect. I didn't want it to go off every time I move. But yeah, it's just kind of finicky. Perfect. And then that new coaching tool I'm going to love, dude. I'm going to absolutely love it, guys. Alright, so watch Easy and Hullet. Alright, well, now it's my ball, but you've seen their positioning. They're both CMFs, not AMFs. Okay? So here we go. This is Division 1 AI, so a great way to test this out. Look where they're at. Forced it. I should have played that feat. So let's look at them defensively. See, they're both coming back good. Look at Hullet now. Look at Yamal. 1-0. You see what I mean? It's just so dynamic, dude. It's just so dynamic. If you've never played Division 1 AI, they're no joke either, but you can just outnumber your opponent everywhere. Look at so Eze to Ronaldinho, who moved to the right to Hullet. Perfect. We'll take it. Look at that. And Silvestre was pushed up. Did you notice that? Yeah, so Blocks is asking, is that the special Milan kit? Yes. It's the brand new kits. They have the new Man U kits already, and they have the Milan. They have like 5 Milan kits, including the Off-White combo that they did the collab with Off-White and Puma and Milan with the devil graphic on it. The red and white ones are my kits. Just go to AC Milan in game. You should be able to get it. You should be fine to get it. Let me know what happens when you go to Milan in game. All right, let's see the defense from them now. I'm going to try to just see their AI positioning. Look at this. Just owning the wings. Look at the back post. Oh, no. I wanted that to Yamal. I didn't power it enough. Watch this play here. Hopefully it works. Yep, it will. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Goal. Oh, I love that play. If you guys wondered how I got that set up, I did diagonal. So it's short passes diagonal. I love that set play. And then if opponents start to learn it, you go drive the byline. See, Hullet's helping out there. Look at where Eze's at. Still defensive, still helping out. So think about Bellingham there. He's much better defensively. Now let's look at Hullet. 2-0. It's just insane. What up, Big Phil? Glad you're in here. It is, dude. It's so diverse. So now I have a more... And the thing is with whole player, you typically don't have... You typically have players like Eze. I have a Cruyff with it. I have a Eto'o with it. But look at where Hullet's at. I mean, he's... For 1 second, he's defending next to Vieira. The next second, he's up there as like a second striker. Look at Ronaldo's handles on that ball. That left stick was nasty. You just cannot beat it, guys. So this video that I'll have coming out will give you the details of this 4-3-2-1. Maybe I'll even go over and do it on live so you guys can get get it right now. You guys who are on the stream. There's that lack of patience. See, they're so... Dude, they're so hard to get the ball off of. They'll make you look silly. But yeah, that's why I'm 1,000% going after that Bellingham. Just because whole players with that defensive ability, they're hard to find, and I know I can utilize them. Look at Yamal. Oh, get in! I can't believe this is, guys, Division 1 AI is usually like literally tough. Damn, Ronaldo's stealing the cell phones, pulling like Conor McGregor. Love it, boys, love it. Here it is again. Hullet from Eze to Hullet. Yamal, chop, shoot. Golazo. Perfect. My new system that I'm going to use with 2 whole players. And then we're going to help our boy set up his Set up his system after this, and then what else did I talk? Oh, and then we're going to review all the football games too. There's Hullet again. Look, there's Jamal. Wait, I didn't even switch to possession yet, guys. Now I'm in possession. There's Zambrotta providing that width. All right, good. So now we have to defend. So look at naturally where Hullet and them go. Look, I let Eze. I'm going to let them kind of do their thing real quick. See what I mean? The coverage is great. Like, it's not like I'm missing a lot. All right, another corner. Here's another one I like to do. So you bring him close here. So then you got to get a shooter for this. I want a righty. I'll use Hullet for it, actually. So you go act like you're going short. Then boom. Boom. To Hullet. We'll take it. But you see what I mean? You can get real creative with these set plays. And if you guys are wondering, like, trust me, dude, I'm wondering why this opponent's so easy too. But guys, Division 1 AI is no joke. Go and play AI, even for some of you when you get to Division 3 and 4. It's just this system is just crushing this this AI system. But you'll see how hard this truly is. I know it's looking easy, but Phil, this is Division 1 AI right now. It's my new 4-3-2-1, and I don't even have a good second. My second hole player is not good defensively at all. I want to see kind of what to. Nice goal. I wanted to see. Let's look at the positioning. Look at Hullet. Look at Eze. Look, they're back helping out. Look. They didn't come all the way back, but they stayed in that sweet spot where they can help with some danger for sure. And that wouldn't have been their mark either on that goal. Look at that. It's just perfect, guys. This system is a killer, guys. They run everywhere. They're everywhere. Look at Eze on this Hullet play too. Hullet with an overlap this time instead of going into the middle because he saw the numbers. That's how good the AI run making is. They're talking about, oh, FC27 improved their AI run making, bro. Wait till you guys see what it looks like. Look at this is run making. Look at Hullet. Sees what space to use. Look at Eze. Stays back. Eze stayed dropped back because we didn't need another player up. Watch here. Oh, you can't see Eze, but he's back to the right. Look at this cross too, dude. Perfect header. I'm loving this system, guys. It's just insane. Here we go again. I'm going to stay on Ronaldo. Watch Eze and watch Hullet. All right, so we lost it. Okay. I'm Vieira now. All right, we lost it. Let's see the recovery. Oh, I was watching the guys recover. Hold on, let me see it. Let's see if I can see it in this play. Where are they at? All right, so we lost it. Here, boom. Let's see. I mean, they got back decently. It's not like they just stood around. There's those weird couple of pauses and stuff, but I feel like, so you just got to decide if 2 whole players is too much, if you want to go box to box, or what I'll do is second half, I'll sub them for more defensive players and see what a difference it makes. And then you got Hullet's got the bullet header and the low screamer, and then Bellingham will have magnetic feet and attacking surge. So think about that on those runs, right? So like right here on this run that Hullet makes, he'd have attacking surge. He's so good, guys. It's just crazy. It's just automatic. I could literally probably score 30 goals this game if I wanted. Dino. There's Hullet. And you know what I'm noticing, guys? Wait a second. Whole player is still on for CMFs, correct? Let me see. It is. But it's interesting because are you guys noticing how much more active Hullet is? Even at 88 offensive awareness. I might try to get that OA up to 90, by the way, if I can. Oh, nice. If we're on, Phil, we'll watch that live with you. I'll announce that game live. I'd love to. Phil's sitting undefeated in the league right now, I think. Yeah, if you guys want to, our leagues and cups, man, we're about to have our first tournament soon. Make sure you join the Discord. All you gotta, if you join the Discord, you're in. It's not acceptance, you're in. We're looking to get more and more people so we can do skill based. So it's like Division 2 league, Division 3 league, Division 4. We want to have it for everybody. But yeah, the league's going great right now. You guys should make sure you join. The next one will be the start of FC. Jeez, I'm looking at the screen where we're about to review it. eFootball 27. No, like Hullet's actually pushing further. Eze's not pushing as high. He's not as aggressive as a whole player. Hullet's more aggressive, which is crazy. You would think with Eze would be more aggressive, less helpful, but that just shows you the unique IDs. Good. So smooth on the ball. They definitely made adjustments. Look at that. See the recovery. Look at Hullet. See what I mean? He's just a beast. Ah, I didn't manually trigger him. I wanted to see if he continued. He wasn't thinking that run. Look at Hullet's feet. Boom. To Eze. Pushed off the ball. Bellingham wouldn't have got pushed off there. Oh, it worked out in my favor. I had my finger on sprint. The biggest enemy to dribbling in this game or receiving the ball and quickly going fast is finger on sprint. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but trust me. Alright, let's see here. Alright, now I'm going to go like this. I'm going to remove Hullet. And we're going to put an orchestrator in there. We'll put Pirlo. 80 offensive awareness. No, let's go Rodri with 76 offensive awareness. Orchestrator. And then let's go with a destroyer here. And David. So now I have a destroyer in there and an orchestrator. So let's just see the difference. And I'm not going to trigger any runs. You see they all kind of stay put. Long reach tackle. See, I lost the ball there. Boom. Now look where they're at. Not triggering runs. Look where they're both at. Which is good. That's where you want them. But I'm saying the whole player, I mean, they're right around the same spot. It's just when you have the ball in the attack, you don't have nearly as much help. So I'm going whole player all day. David just made a run up. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, possession in this setup 6. So let's just switch it to LBC just for a bit. Rodri's passing so good, though. No, that was supposed to go to Davids. Davids is pretty attacking for a destroyer, I'll tell you that. Too delayed. Yeah, Davids is a nasty little son of a gun too, dude. I'll tell you. I'll read that in 1 second, Muhammad. If you're ever doing that, guys, just sprint forward and then watch. Take your finger off sprint, and the defender will run right around you. You can talk to your boys over at eFootball and tell them to add managers. Yeah, I'll let them know. I'll actually message them right after this. I want them to finish the website too, so because I use the phone for personal use, but for like videos, I use the website. And they need to finish it because what they have is really freaking cool, bro. I mean, the ranking system they have, the fact that you can follow your favorite creators and see all their builds. I mean, they took it way above. They went above and beyond, let's call it. Nice goal. Is there any chance to see Hullet again soon, man? I want to try him so bad. I'm playing 2 months ago only. He'll come, buddy. They'll release him, trust me. Konami loves money too much to not release another Hullet, Vieira. They do wait a while in between, especially like Vieira, but Hullet, they wait a little longer than some players, but he'll have one. When do you guys think a new Hullet will come? Beginning of 27, probably? Oh, Yamal was in. And don't they have managers in eFootbase where you can add your manager to it? Or what do you mean by that, Matt? Like you can add your manager so you can see. Can you tell me what you mean by that? You can add a manager to get the boosters from them. I'll show you right now. We found my phone. Ring, 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 baby, it's going. Alright, hold on. Boom. Go to the X. Alright, so if I go eFootbase and I click on, see, like I'm not logged in here. Let me see if I can log in here. Oh no, I don't want to do while you guys are on. See, I can't log in yet here. But on your phone app you can go much deeper. But on the phone app, yeah, see they have managers. See, I have Deshaun chosen right here, see? Unless you meant something different. Oh, very, very good call. Yes, I will do that. 100% right. That's a great call. So if you guys don't see how I do it on game, which I wish it was as easy, like Matt's right, they need to do that and have it listed. Because what I do is every game that I play, I'll have chat or Google AI ready, and I'll just say, hey, what's the proficiency of the double boosted so and so. However, with so many different managers and stuff, um, it would be nice to have like all the different managers, even the double and triple versions of them, and they're different because you can tell by their picture. Their picture is always different, you know. All right, so we have one more AI game we have to play. But first, let's get into this. Let me pull up Discord real quick. All right, so Basso, my boy. All right, so let's read again what he wants to play here. We're gonna help my boy Basso real quick. So he wants. He wants to create his own system, and he wants to attack through his wingers. Can't find his formation. He plays on mobile. Can you give me some tips? All right, here we go. Let's take a look and help our boy out. If this was my team here, nice team by the way. So you got a box to box. You got what's that Conte? What's that version of Conte? That's a Anchorman or no? If it's not an Anchorman, make sure you either get an Anchorman or you put on one of the offensive slots in individual instructions. Make sure you put defensive on that Conte if he's not Anchorman. That might be an Anchorman though. All right, so you really have a pretty good system. I would maybe even almost go that Hazard's in a dangerous spot there. And you want to attack through. I mean, you're really looking pretty good right now. What are the issues you're having with? Because it looks like you met what you wanted. I like to attack through wingers, but I can't find. You really do look like you got there what you wanted. If you wanted to go more attacking, you could keep your Anchorman there. You could go double AMF or one AMF, one CMF pushed up. Centralize your Anchorman, and that would give you a little bit. That would give you double triangles to where it'd be like on one side you'd have like a Hazard. You see what I'm saying? So you'd have. Let me see on the bench here if there'd be better players. But you see, you have a Bellingham. Let's say you did Hazard and Bellingham, and on the right it would be like Bellingham, Yamal, and Ronaldo. Right, and then on the left, you'd have Hazard, Ronaldo, and then let's see if you have anybody else. You don't like that Mbappe cutting in to where it could be Ronaldo, Mbappe cutting into his right foot, and then Hazard, and then push that CMF. It depends on how attacking minded you want to get. Now, if you need help defensively, you could run my same exact system. You would put Conte in the center. Okay, then you'd run double CMFs, but I would do it with whole players. If you want to go double box to box, you could do like Gerrard and Bellingham because I know that Gerrard card's nasty. It would suck because you'd have to remove Hazard. But you would centralize Conte. You would go like Bellingham and Gerrard in front of Conte as CMFs, and you would put them in the gaps between your left winger and your center forward and your right winger and your center forward. That would give you a little bit more help defensively. But where are you struggling at? So let me know what are you struggling offensively or defensively? No problem, Matt. My pleasure. And they'll listen to. They're great guys. eFootBase is great people. I don't get paid by them or anything. I'm just I'm just a verified creator on there. I love it though. But yeah. So as I get into this game, leave a detailed thing in the comments of what you're struggling at, like what your problem is in game, like what you're wanting more attacking defensively or their holes, or if it's offense and defense, put where the problems are, and then we'll go through it together. All right, then let's get into this last AI game. So far, so good. My review of how that game went is that these two help plenty, and this is way less defensive abilities than Bellingham will have. They help plenty defensively while making your offense extremely dynamic. It is worth it. The juice is worth the squeeze to sacrifice and go down to one DMF. Right? Like in this danger area, it's so nice having two DMFs with one anchor man, one orchestrator or destroyer. Right? I actually preferred, as much as I like how David's plays, Rodri was just a menace there, dude. He's just literally a pocket quarterback type of player, dude. And what I mean by that, it's an American football term, is he doesn't go outside of, like, I had him kind of in between Van Dijk and Zambrotta, and he doesn't leave that area much. He stays at home. He's not running up the pitch with the ball, but he was just so dynamite there. Big, strong, physical. Hard for the opponents to try to penetrate past him. But it's worth sacrificing when you have these insane runs. So here's what we're looking to do then in this upcoming game. I'm going to play one half possession. I want to play one half long ball counter. And what I want to do is pay attention to Patrick Vieira. Is he ever in trouble? Not having a partner back there like he had with a Rodri or a Davids. Where is Eze and Hullet? When I lose the ball, how's their recovery? When we win the ball, what kind of runs are they making, right? Let's see all the different types of runs. When they're coming in an underlap on the inside of Ronaldinho and Yamal, when they're going around them to the outside. Where does this attacking Zambrotta play into the matter, because he's always overlapping, right? Does he work well with Ronaldinho and Eze? How do they work well with Suarez, or do they not work well? Do they stunt some of his runs? We're going to look at all that here. Division 1 AI is great for that because they punish so many of your mistakes. This demolishing of my last opponent was either a random game where that happens because it doesn't happen a lot, or this system's just that good. So let's test out another one. No, I can't rename it right now. Okay, no big deal. All right, let's get to it. See our opponent for this game. Six minutes, my video with Bellingham comes out. All the details, kind of what I'm talking about, going over in depth. That new Bellingham card, you don't want to miss it. I appreciate you guys being in the stream. So if you guys don't mind, leave a like here. And just take a minute to check out that video too. Or if you have another phone, another laptop or something, if you guys want to try to help me blow that video up, it would be much appreciated. Okay, so a very good team. He's going to be using the width. So here's what I would do, for example, right? Until we get a website where all these are listed, I go onto my phone real quickly, boom. Ronald Koeman double boosted manager proficiency in eFootball with a picture. And then I can match to make sure it's the Koeman that I'm looking for. And if there's multiple, depending on what smart AI you use, it will show you. So he's LBC and out wide. So I want to play possession against him. That's what I typically play. But I'm going to go LBC against him second half. First half I'll go possession. So let's get into it. The system plays in the same manner. That's what I wanted to show you too. I still play in that same 4-3-2-1, but the way I play is a little bit different, right? With backs to goal, looking for feet every time in possession, manually triggering runs in LBC. We're still playing the feet, working it up, but we're looking a little bit quicker for those killer runs that many of the players are making. And a little bit longer passes too. as when those players are running up the pitch, I wait for them to adjust. So if I'm playing my sub tactic, that's why they're a little further spread apart, because they're all coming to the ball. I want them to have space to run towards the ball. In LBC, they're a little bit more crunched together because everyone's pretty much running away. And then once they make that run and they don't get the ball, they readjust, and that's when I play to them, because it gives that, I always talk about, it gives that same thing as if you were checking away from the ball to take the defender away, then coming to. And it creates space for you. So you'll see it here in the second half. But here we go. I'm in possession now. Let's play. Good. Plenty of numbers in the midfield. I'm loving that. Here comes the overlap if I want it. Ah, that was supposed to go to Yamal. See, that's one of the examples I'm talking about. That was square to Yamal. Somehow, it goes to the wrong player. Perfect ball, of course, and he gets to it, of course. Here we go. Oh, it's open. Good. Good. Look at Eze on the run. Ooh, nice. Now that would have been probably a low screamer. Well, no, low screamer from Hullett, from Bellingham, just a long shot. Yep, out to it. Look at Eze there. Hold it up, Ronaldo. Oh no, hold it up. Good. Boom. Ah, Hullett. The other team's Hullett. Good. Turam. Look at Yamal. Good. Now watch. Eze will adjust. Look at Eze will adjust. Now look where he's at. See? He's now like a second forward. Dude, it's like they know exactly what you're going to do. It's crazy. Good. Oh, that was ballsy. Now you got to get back. Oh, shit. Good. Come on. Feet. Hullett. Out wide again. Yes. Now we march. Dude, Yamal. Bad powered shot. See how the press is much more like calm with possession. I don't have a bunch of players leaving their positions, which is a good thing. No way he got to that. Oh, dude, I thought he was going to get there quicker. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, Basisha, when you get a chance, list what issues you're having, and we'll walk through it all. Like, on the attack, I don't feel like I have enough movement. My striker can't seem to get enough shots on goal. On defense, there's a lot of holes. Good. No, I messed that up. I wanted him to be shown too, but he wasn't. I knew that, and I shouldn't have played it. My fault. And those little mistakes can hurt you against good players, and they will hurt you against AI too. Good, nice and calm. All right, here we go. Come on. There we go. Eze's going to make that run now. Good. Come on, Hullett. Oh, it didn't trigger. The low screamer didn't trigger. And I could have kept running with that too, but I wanted the low screamer. Damn it. Yes, Vieira. Oh, that was it, guys. That would have been nasty. Good Vieira. Vieira's all over the place. I love it. Dude, I'm not getting good rips. Oh, shit. Go. Don't let him cross. Oh, shit. Fudge, guys. That was some bullshit, dude. Gosh, dang it. I got freaking cooked. My Turam got cooked. Total human error, though. Thought I was going to be able to get there, and then he plays that perfect little dink. I'm still happy with my attacks, though. I just got to stop taking those long shots. I'm not getting anything on them, which is weird to me. Scripting. Oh, now we're going to LBC. And I'm going to go one red. No, I can't do one red. It will throw off. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yes. There it is. Come on. Fudge. Look at Ronaldinho covering for my boy. There ain't no way you had a perfect cross off bounds with my boy on your shoulder. Come on. Come on. Team all. Quick, quick, quick. Good. Dude. They're reading everything. Good, Eze. See what I'm saying? They still got those defensive abilities, even Eze. Look at Ronaldo. Nope. Yes, good. Fake. Look at Hullet. Oh, of course. Anybody but Ever there in our Vieira. I said Ever. Vieira. Come on. Speaking of Vieira. Oh, did you see Ronaldinho? Guys, I can make this happen here. Hold on. There it is. Come on. Ronaldinho's feet. Boom. Boom. Nope. Good. Look at Hullet. Yes! That's what I'm talking about, boys. That's why you play AI divisions at the highest level, boys. It's so good, bro. You will get prepared. You have to be perfect. What a goal. Look at that. Third man running. Look at that. That is football, boys. We'll save that one for the vault. We'll save that one for the vault. That's a dub. All right, come on. Now we got to get another beautiful goal for the game winner. About 62. Let's get some subs in. This is when my boy... I usually wait for 75th minute, but since my boy Phil was telling me, I started looking, and I want to keep Hullet and Easy in. I'm going to get CR7 up top. I want to keep this setup just so we can get an idea. But I'm loving it so far, guys. I'm loving it so far. You guys let me know what you think. I was looking at that 4-4-1-1's a little more defensive, but I'm loving it. Oh, God. Come on. No, no, no. No! See, dude, it's just so stupid. Look at this, bro. Vieira would never miss that. Vieira's never missing that tackle, guys, in a million years. That was a 100% success rate tackle. He never pussyfoots like that. Vieira, as you guys know if you have him in this game. Come on, we're going to score again, though. There it is, goal. Yes, boys. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yamal's so quick. That's why he never leaves the squad. That's why I didn't go for this new Messi either. Yamal cannot be taken out. I know that new Messi's more of a central player, but just can't be asked. There's no way he's replacing Hullet. And I got Yamal and Ronaldo. That Ronaldinho card is the best one they've ever made by far, this Ronaldinho in here. He's just so nasty. Let's see the build-up that led to this. Ronaldo got him to commit. Crossed it down. Crossbar down. All right, here we go. Yamal so far goal and an assist to Hully. Hully Gully. All right, come on. Oh, God. Look, there's Hullet. Oh, crap. Don't. I'll kick your butt. All right, good. What a block, by the way. Hullet was right there, too. Was that Van Dijk who got up with him? Come on, follow that short. Follow that short. Follow that short. Don't go short. Oh, my God, he still went. Good, come on. Counter. Feet. Look at Hullet. Oh, no. No, come on. Company, get back. All right, company. Good. That was dangerous playing with company up there. I should have let him get back into position, honestly. That could have cooked me. Look at the numbers forward. There are even more numbers in. That extra touch wasn't supposed to happen. That was supposed to be a one-time. We're winning this game, boys. No! He made a perfect tackle. Oh, come on. Good. Come on. Look at Easy. Eze. Oh, look at that ball. Oh, come on. See, you don't have to play like a rat when you're playing quick or LBC, dude. People just choose to. Oh shit, come on. The ball goes out. I got to get some subs in. Look at Yamal tracking back. Beautiful ball to Hullet. Hullet's dead though. Good. Come on. Oh no. Oh shoot. Look at Van Dijk. That's why he's one of my favorite center backs in the game. Look at Yamal. What a ball, dude. Come on. Dude, they're all over it. There it is. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Watch him. Good. I read it like a book. Come on. No way. No way he ended up getting that. Oh, shit. Come on, Ronaldo. It's got to be better. There it is. Come on. Come on. Oh, my God. Here it is. Look at Ronaldo. Ronaldinho. Cut it back. There it is. There it is. That's a goal. There. Oh, there ain't no way he just missed that. Touch and hit. What kind of turn was that? Oh, you son of a... He never turns like that. Oh, that one was tough. I should have won that. What a fun game, though, bro. I'm telling you guys. Verse AI divisions, once you get like Division 3 and higher, depending on your level, it could be tough at Division 4 for you, Division 3. For me, Division 1 AI, it's so much fun, dude. Because it's just pure football. Tell me that that wasn't way more fun than, you know what I mean? Let me see if the, make sure the comments didn't go away. Sometimes they do on.
Little walking talk, man. Barely beat the darkness. So today is my birthday. Turned 47. Yeah, I know some of you motherfuckers. Oh, you look 57. I know. This is what 20 years plus of drugs and alcohol and cigarettes.
All right. See what we got. Yeah, make sure you're checking out new Big Time Bellingham video out now. I'm going to share it real quick, too, to everyone so they know. Out now. I put a lot of time and effort into it. I think you guys will enjoy it. I think it will really help you decide if you want to spin or not, too. Big Time Mbappe. I cooked opponent 4-0 and a hat trick by the Dictator. Nice. All right, here we go. Lone Wolf got a hat trick in his first game with Bopper. If you can afford it, you can afford to get him. Squad. All right, perfect. Copy that. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I get this out there for this video. Copy. Even if it just means a few more eyeballs. So there's that. Thanks to those following on every platform, whether it's X, Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. Thank you guys so much, man. Let me share this on Discord real quick, and we'll get right back into it. General. Content creators. Boom. And boom, we're in there. Yeah, so when you guys get time, check that out. I think you guys will enjoy it. So, my verdict, though, is this 4-3-2-1 is worth it, dude. It's how I'm going. It's so much fun to play. Oh, nice. Against AI. But I don't want this one. I'll show you the ones I got. Show you the ones I got. Which they can't even be. I can't even work them until. So I got my last little rewards there. Treasure link. Here's what I'm working with. These two are done. But now I get all skill tokens coming. And then I got some skill tokens, some booster stuff, 3 more chances. I like the little mixes like that. Speaking of that, I think that should have been my final mission. What the heck? Oh my gosh, I gotta win. I gotta play one more AI because I gotta win. That's fine. That's fun. My boy Lone Wolf says if you can get Mbappe on that +3, he's absolutely just ridiculous, which I can imagine. Division 3 and you're climbing. Good, dude. Remember, it's going to get a little, you're going to hit that little wall at Division 2. I'm sure you already know, but don't get frustrated. You'll get by it. Especially if Mbappe's working out for you, dude. You got that new player deal. I always get these little sparks. It's like I'm so looking forward to like getting Bellingham Monday, getting these players. All right, so we have one more. And it's just way more fun than going in PvP and playing where you know, like I hit D1, these guys that are like trying to hit D1 and then they decide to cross spam, or they decide to kick and run, or like you see every video with like Nick, or even when Inception started getting into it more into the higher levels, and they're both very good players, but they always get pissed, right? And I get it because the game will piss me off too. That's why I created my leagues and cups and stuff, but you don't really have that. There's times when you're frustrated in AI when it seems like there's a lot of like some scripting stuff going on, but it's more challenging, right? The competitive side comes from it's PvP, you want to beat this other player. But the challenging aspect, it's a million times better. Watchability, testability of different setups. It's hard when you're in bad gameplay and playing a kick and run opponent. Like, you can't really test much because they're skipping the whole process of trying to break your team down. They're just trying to, you know, counter, win the ball, kick. Counter, win the ball, kick. Alright, so let's get a victory here so we can get all the rewards. It's not much of a reward that I'm looking for, but hold it. No, see, so I'm playing here. So Klopp's quick counter, so I'll play LBC here. Hullet and Del Piero. I'll tie mark. This is my same Hullet card, but he's got him in the center for Hullet, Del Piero, tie marked. 3 backs. So I actually wish. So offensive will go Dino, because Yamal's no playstyle. He's a little more aggressive attacking. Then of course I have my defensive on Vieira always. So I'll tell you what, I'll even do half and half again just to make it interesting. Type marking Del Piero, type marking Hullet, offensive Ronaldinho. Alright, let's get into it. Well, let's see if we got some good conditions from some subs. Let's see. So we'll go Ronaldo back up top with the link up play. So whenever Ronaldinho gets the ball, or any creative playmaker as an AMF, these guys, these advanced strikers, make some good sharp runs. I'll put in this Messi this time so you can see the difference between him and Yamal. I have another whole player I want to put in there. Let's go ahead and go Bellingham box to box, just so you can see the boy Bell's at work. Vieira's good. I'll even show you the difference when you get in kind of a Marcelo that underlaps, or not even that, just goes to the center of the field, center of the midfield when we have the ball. Ron is a build-up. He's got the up arrow, so that will be good. All right, that will be good. Let's do it. The Suarez is, in my opinion, by far the best number 9 in the game. I tried to warn people and give him made a video on it. I don't think you discovered me yet though, so it's all good. You'll get a chance. There's a lot of elite strikers, and the fact that you got Mbappe, honestly, I'm not a 2-striker guy. If I do in certain games, I'll play 1 SS. And I like a little smaller, like a Romario or a Owen if I do that. So I feel like Suarez CR7 and like Mbappe. Well, you could get away with playing Mbappe like out wider, cutting in, like as a left winger if you played wingers, or as a SS that sits off to the left, cuts in right. Because what does this one have? He's got the blitzer. He's got the touch trick or tap trick or whatever it is, which is pretty sick for setting yourself up for either the blitz curl or blown by defenders. Just good creation of space, good change in direction. And then what was his other one? Acceleration burst? I forgot. Tap trick, blitz curler, and I forgot the other one. All right, we'll go possession second half. Look at these runs. Look at these runs. Hullet with attacking surge there puts him through 100%. I played it a bit early, but Hullet with attacking surge there puts him in 100%. All right. I want to go for some cute, and that's what I get. Oh, I cut it back. The ball for some reason popped up. See how I'm still playing feet? Oh, Ronaldo. Yes. Oh. But you see here, like, obviously I wouldn't be trying for some of these tighter balls, but it's a good way to, like, test out your team too, you know? Like, might as well put them in the grinder. Oh, no. Look at the overlap. Look at Ronaldo. Oh. Oh, that was some BS. All right, come on, baby. Here we go. Nice. Lone Wolf says he's playing Dominators 5122. Do you like that? Do you like that five? I'm not much for the five. I see how effective they are. Like, I use 5-backs in UFL. I know they could be effective in eFootball, but just right now with the meta, I haven't been going for it. See, without attacking Surge, bro, your strikers making those runs, it's pointless to play them almost. He was there. He knew exactly. That's why I should have went for the Marseille turn, honestly. But usually they're set up so good for it at this level. They're just like waiting for you to do it. Oh no. I should not have pulled him up. That was silly defending. I should have backed off. But you also get punished a lot when you give these guys even a little space. This team's kicking my ass. I really need to switch to possession, but I'm going to keep it. Oh my god, I'm getting lucky. Alright, I got to switch to possession. I'm switching. Alright. Look at, he's on me like glue. That's messy. He's just on me. Boom, boom. No! There ain't no way, bro. There ain't no way. That was an easy pass. Ronaldo's runs suck, bro. That's my biggest problem with him. If he cuts all the way across there... Oh! See, another play where Suarez is better there. Just sharper. Good Messi. Oh! Bullied. Good trickery. That was not... That was supposed to be a dink through ball. So, guys, so here, let's talk. That's a dink through ball to hull it, as I play every time. Why on earth did that happen? Like, that's when you get frustrated at this game. Jesus, who is that? Who was that, bro? And what was that run? Yes! Go! Yes! Oh, of course. First touch was terrible, the setup touch. I don't know how he took it like that, but... Oh my goodness. This is just getting crazy. No, I haven't. I will, though. I'll try and false 9 second half. You know what? I'll switch him out right now. Because I'm getting sick of Ronaldo's trash runs, dude. I'll even get Nene out there. Nene comes a little too far back as an AMF. Sorry, Ronaldo, but I'm not getting the results out of you that I get from Suarez. That's for sure. I know a lot of people love that Ronaldo. For me, he's not a terrible card, but oh my god, what am I doing? Goal. Nope. Bro, it's one of those games. It don't matter. Like, I can't do the most simple things in the world. Luckily, though, it's like the game doesn't want them to score. The simple little passes. See how Messi came to there? I like that. I am in possession, though, now. Living legends. I mean, I packed Ronaldo pretty quickly. I got this other Messi with a blitz curler. I don't like that Messi card, and then apparently I haven't seen many good things about that Messi. I got Modric and De Bruyne. They're nothing special. I'd save. I'd go for that Bellingham Monday over that pack any day. And then that Olise card. The only thing I don't like is that they made Olise a creative playmaker. But he's going to be a nasty card too. Come on, bro. I am in possession, right? Yep, I'm in possession. Great ball. Yes. Yes. See, right there. How does that go to the wrong player? Oh my god, they just took a goal from me, bro. And now we can't make 5-yard passes. It's unbelievable what they do in this. Thuram's so good, dude. Come on, here it is. I can't make 5-yard passes anymore. It's unbelievable. Like that was gonna happen no matter what. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's like they weren't going to stop until that happened. A 5-yard pass. You guys have been seeing all my layoffs with Yamal, with all these guys. All of a sudden, that's where this AI will get you. I told you it can get just as frustrating. So this game was over before it started. It's so stupid, guys, the way. That's the only thing. And like I said said this yesterday. I don't know if it's a Japanese culture thing, but that's why this is the only video game where they let AI, they let AI, see what I mean? It's the only game where they let AI play for you, right? Like, I don't know if it's like, oh, in their culture, like, that's cool to not do it, to, like, let AI do everything, or make AI automatically win certain games. I don't know. But only in Konami, the worst part about their game is all this AI shit. Like, how could you all of a sudden not be able to complete a 5-yard pass? Like, it's like before the game even started, they decided what these scores. It's the worst part about the AI, or the games. And then you see this type of shit in PvP too. Somebody was saying like, oh, after you score 2 blitz curlers, the accuracy goes down. The amount of times you'll finish it goes down. Look at that. I have no idea what just happened there. No idea. It's just like they decided, nope, today. All the most simple stuff. So that's always going to be eFootball's thing that people go to, right? Like if you look, when we're about to review FC 27 once I can get a fucking win against AI because I need it for rewards. But that's the one bad thing. It's always the AI shit, like the scripting. Sorry, I keep saying AI. This is versus AI League, but it's like the scripting shit. Like they can't just let anything be you versus your opponent. They can't just say, okay, you earn this position token, you earn this skill, you earn this booster. It's got to be nope. We're gonna make it a gambling system. We're gonna decide when you get this player. We're going to decide if we want to give you a good skill or not. We're going to decide when the opponent, you know what I mean? They can never just like have you earn something. It's never about earning a great player. When they give away players, they're terrible. It's a joke. Their system's a joke. So I don't know if whoever's the head of that at Konami just sucks. Did he just pass it through my team, by the way? Did he just pass it through my players? Look at hiding. Yeah, Messi sucks in this position. Do not use this Messi card as a false 9. He's just not active. He's lazy. Yamal's 1,000 times. I got to try that baby Messi, but I think Yamal's the best player to play out on that side. Ronaldinho over on this side is amazing as a creative playmaker. Good run by Marcelo. Nice try. I'm going back to... Look at, see, like right there. Guys, right there. Right there. Thuram's not doing that in game. We haven't seen him do that all game. They decided this game was over. Did you guys just see what Thuram did there? Konami can't get out of their own way. So all you have to do in these is just quit them. It's just the dumbest shit. When your Thuram starts running by an interception... So... If it just started and ended in verse AI, but this is where eFootball buries themselves. If you go play this Division 1, or you get to Division 1 or 2 or even 3 in verse AI, you start to see all the shit that you think is scripted in PvP. You start to see it, and then you go, wait a second, bro. Is that why my automatic shots aren't going in certain times and why I'm tying games that I have 23 shots to 1? Or I'm losing games 1-0 when it's 26 shots to 3. And then you start to go, this looks pretty familiar. It's so stupid, dude. But they're always going to have that asterisk by it. And we'll see. I mean, they're making a killing right now, but they could be so much better if they just fix this shit. I like these all black and white kits the opponent has. Stop worrying about stupid-ass anime tifos and fix your passing game. Stop worrying about all this dumb shit you guys always worry about. And figure out why you've been in second place for 30-plus years to a game that doesn't even know how to... that can't even get the pace of the game correct. You guys have been in second place for over 30 years. This is why. Because of this right here. Because of the scripting dumbass shit. That's Vincent Kompany. He has aerial fort, guys. That's Vincent Kompany. He has aerial fort. Did that not look... You guys have seen my company win 1,000 head balls, right? Now look. Did that really look like the company that you see win every other ball? Absolutely not. So, when you... Konami, look at why you guys still cannot beat out a game that's been terrible for decade. Now you understand, guys, why they're always in second. Most people with a brain would look at this game and run the other way. We like football enough to where we're not going to go play arcade style, but think about it. Oh yeah, come play this game. The AI doesn't decide too much, but sometimes, no matter how good you play, the AI is just going to choose the outcome for you. Yeah, but it's a great game. Come play it. Most people are going to go laugh at you for wasting your time playing this. And rightfully so. We know there's a little bit more to it than that. Like, I've grown up playing PES and that. But think about it. Is that a Japanese culture thing where over there they're like, bro, this is awesome. The AI in this game is great. Come watch the AI win this game. Like, it makes no sense to me. We got to figure out what is that? Like, this whole... having AI do everything. Look. Once again, I can't lay off a ball anymore. I can't lay off a pass. I can't do anything. Makes it pointless. It doesn't matter. That's my Yamal. Now all of a sudden he can't dribble. It's like you win a certain amount of games and they decide, all right, he's winning too many games. I'm still top like 3,000 in the world versus AI. So everybody who plays this has to deal with this. And that's the annoying part. It's just so stupid, bro. So yeah, you can apparently you can even end it. Notice everybody's streams ends negatively, like whether it's Nick, anybody. If you play too many, Nick only plays 3 games a day, and Dominator, everybody. Konami, they're making a killing, so they don't care. But bro, Konami, why don't you guys look at the fact that nobody can play your game longer than a few games in a row without hating your game? Like maybe take the parts that people like and realize like every time people get mad, it's because the passing system that you guys use is like there's no rhyme or reason to it, whether that's scripting, whatever it is. Why all of a sudden did Ibra miss that one, by the way? That's hilarious. He could get up and get the other one. Nope. Oh, in the script you weren't supposed to score there, so dumbest shit I've ever seen in the whole entire world, guys. It's just a joke. Look at that. It slowed down. It literally like delay, like glitched out. There's company. Hey, did you notice companies jump there? There's no delay in it. It's so obvious when the scripting turns on too. So if you play this, just be ready. You might end up quitting eFootball because only because of this, you're going to end up seeing where in your PvP games you can't do a thing. It doesn't matter what you do. And no offense to some of you veterans out there, but you guys look like idiots when you'll say like, "Oh no, all you had to do was this, this, and this." It's like, bro, some of you guys when you'll go into Nick's thing or something when he's like, "Bro, I literally can't run. I can't do anything." Oh, well, you should have done this, this, and this. There's no doubt that everybody who's played this has felt the scripting. So when some of these morons come in and try to act like they can coach everything, guys, I get paid a lot of money to coach in real life. You guys sound like morons. You probably played 3rd grade football and quit. Stop acting like there's no scripting in this game. Nobody's commenting on this in mine, by the way. I'm just telling you guys, like, in other chats when people are calling out that they can't move or like what's wrong, these morons that probably played football in 2nd grade come in like, "Oh no, the problem there was that you didn't get a good jump radius when you turned to the right there. That's normal." No, dipshit. The game literally just let him win a header right over my Vincent Company. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter how well I marked Ibra there. He was going to win that header. So stop trying to defend it here. This is either, okay, if that came out, it was going to be a 50-50 based on what the game decided. It has nothing to do with my defenders clearly in front of the attacker. I have aerial fort. I could have double jump, aerial fort, whatever stupid shit. They could add 6 more Showtime skills, and I could have all of them that help me win a head ball. And if the game decides that could have been Messi and Yamal, and they would have won the header. Notice how bad the game has turned into. Totally different from originally, and it has nothing to do with anything except I won too many games in a row in Division 1 AI, and so now they've nerfed my team. That's it. Think about how stupid that is. Think about the fact that once you score 2 blitz curlers, even if then it gets nerfed. Your accuracy gets nerfed. Just do the math on that. That's not real football at all. So these guys can't get out of their own way. They have a real football game, and they can't get out of their own way. If you score 2 blitz curlers and you're open to score a 3rd, then you should score 3 blitz curlers. It shouldn't be that you can't score again or that your accuracy's screwed. Because that's not real football. That's not how it works. You don't score more goals and your accuracy goes down, Konami, you fucking idiots. Stick to coding. Hire somebody else. I don't know if you need to go out of Japan or what it is, if it's a culture thing, but you got to get rid of all this AI stupid shit. It's like they want to put a math problem on every little thing. Look at this. I can't even pass a ball on a corner now. The game is literally, it fried my team. I guarantee if you saw how my stats actually were, it would be like everybody's in the 60s. It's crazy how bad this is. Look at how slow. I can't even get a ball to move it forward in time. It's crazy. Stupid ass game. Now you wonder why I made my own leagues. Look at the goofy shit you see. Look, and then his defenders are right on me. Look at this. There's nothing I can do, guys. Literally, the game has totally toasted me. My reactions, everything are so fucked. Look at this. I can't make a 3-yard pass. I can't do a thing. So imagine this against some dipshit opponent who sucks. And so since you're outplaying him, the game decides to give him the ball back. And now you have to do this against a user opponent that's dog shit. But since you had 70-plus possession, it triggered letting the opponent get the ball. Look at this. Look how ugly the game has turned from what it was earlier. I can't play. Literally, cannot do a thing. This has been the worst. And it makes their game look so bad too, bro. Look how bad the game turned. Doesn't matter what runs I make. Doesn't matter. Everything's fucked. Look how slow my easy's like 60 overall now. They act like it's so obvious what's going on, bro. It's so obvious what's going on. Did you see how slow my Eze was? This is the dumbest fucking game I've ever seen in my life, bro. All because they let the AI go back and watch through that. Go back and watch the beginning. Now watch. This game, it will turn back on because you have to lose a certain amount. Now you know why I stopped playing at Division 1. Look at this. That's why you see everyone end up getting pissed off of this, because it's not the same game. It's the stupidest shit you'll ever see in your entire life. So look, now that my win streak has been fucked, okay? Now watch what happens. Look how easy that first match was. Now watch what happens. I'll go in, and now my Eze is going to be running regular. Now my company's going to jump up and win the head ball. Watch, I'm going to go in the same way. Same exact way. Now imagine when this gets translated to PvP. Clip this all day long, all you want. This is 100% true. This is how you know these morons at Japan. It's like, this is why your kid shouldn't go to school for 6 days a week and spend 50 hours a week doing math, because congrats. You guys made a football game, but your lives are miserable. Look at every live presentation. They don't even look like they want to be there, because they probably don't know what to do outside of just coding and shit like that. They can't figure out how to turn off that like extra little turn. Does that make sense? It's like if you talk to me and everything I say is in a math equation, right? So I'd be a genius in some areas. Like I could fucking figure out how to get a couch in the door pretty good, figure out the exact angle to fucking build this and build that. But then if you try to, like, I don't know, have a event for your fans, and then it's the most boring thing in the world because you have no idea how to put on a presentation. Everybody looks awkward, like they don't want to be there. You can't even talk. Every presentation you have is a total shit show because you have no idea how to, like, build up hype or get people excited. Your fucking interface, you can't find a better font than basic 1994 Microsoft Word font. Look at this shit. I mean, you couldn't even do like a little bit better with your made up dumbass badges and your kits with no names on them. Like, you couldn't do any better than the stupid ass system you've come up with for getting skill tokens and for getting, how do I add a skill to my player without, all you got to do is go buy a zero cost player in the fucking store just to lose that player by going to Player Fusion, and then you click that player into the player that you want to have the skill, and then you think about explaining that to someone that's like, right? And these geniuses that came up with this, they're geniuses because that's what it took to get the right pace of football and to get this game right. but they suck at everything else in their lives. It's like they can do coding because they spent their whole lives in Japan and China, just school, school, school. But that's all they can do, bro. So everything's a stupid ass math equation and gamble and this and that. And well, you have a X amount of percentage. Like, hey, dipshits, how about remove the stupid free agents and let us just put a skill on our players? How about that? How about you just let two players play the football game you created and enjoy it instead of, oh, well, once you've won 74% of the time in Division 1, your skill rating drops to 68% of what it should be because, you know what I mean? That's literally what this is, guys. Watch, I'm telling you, I'm not even paying attention. My players are going to be full strength. Now I can pass again. Now look. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? How come I couldn't play one proper through ball the past 6 games? Or sorry, 3 games. Because I know the system now. It's all a formula. It's all these dorky ass Japanese fucking losers that sit there and make everything a math formula. Let us play the game. You'd actually make more money if you let us play the fucking game. Stop making everything like, oh, you've won too much. Now we got to put in the equation to nerf your players down to 68%. Oh, now Hullet can't pass any. Now watch. Every pass I make is going to connect. Now look, I can do skill moves again. Like, look, I should have lost the ball there before to Davids. Look, now I'm going to get that. Now because you've lost 2 in a row, we've calculated that you should score at 90% of the time instead of 20. See what I'm saying, guys? Look at the past 3 games. Yeah, Block says win 3 games in a row in Division 2 AI, and you might as well just go to sleep before the script kicks in. Exactly. You guys have seen the last several games. Do you think in a million years, like, look how different the game is? It's 2 different games. So, I made a video on this too if you guys want to check it out. But why I'm so pissed is because it's such common sense stuff. But it's got to be that these fucking, like, these Japanese developers have no ability to, like, comprehend anything outside of a math equation. Think about it. Everything in this game is based on a percentage and this and that. It's stupid. So now you can't just enjoy a good game. Like, great job. Now turn off your fucking math brain and be a competitor for a sec. We know that you morons never have left a gosh damn classroom, but let's pretend for a second that you actually played football. Nobody wants the AI making decisions for them. It's skill versus skill. So if you turn off your math brain and you get rid of all this bullshit, then you actually would have the best sporting game ever created. But you guys are freaking idiots. Like, if you have to hire outside the house, hire somebody that kind of went outside growing up and actually played football. And you guys stick to coding, stay in your dungeons and code, and then let an artist come in and create the made-up kits, right? Let somebody who played football come in and tell you how a competition should go. That's how it should be. And I'm not trying to rip on them, but that's what they do over in, like, Japan, especially China, is like they send their kids to school for 1 million hours a week, and then they're so into math and shit, they literally are like 5 years ahead. I know because I went to school with a bunch of them. Look, now all of a sudden they can't complete a pass. I haven't even been paying attention. I can win this game with my eyes closed. Sorry, I know it's boring to watch, but I feel like this is an important statement to make because this is why this game gets made fun of from a lot of people, because we do look like idiots for playing a game like this, but we know that how good it is underneath, right? I mean, look at this. The game is just turned totally around now, but now it sucks because it's like, you know that you're going to win no matter what. They took the competition away. So, it's so stupid. And don't think this doesn't happen in PvP, bro. I'm 99% positive that when you feel that goofy shit coming in PvP, these fucking dorks couldn't help themselves and they added stupid ass equations to it too. Right? That's all it is. So I know I'm not playing good football right now, but it doesn't even matter because I already know I've won this game. But whatever. What do you guys feel on that? I know I went on a long ass rant there, but it makes me mad because the game could be so good, bro. There's no reason why. Like, if I would have got second place to such a dog shit game like FC, even in all these terrible years, like, how did that not make the CEO of Konami scratch his head or something? Like, and it doesn't matter that they're in Japan and this and that. What matters is, like, as far as the consumer, like, football players would have played this game if it was more fun and shit, right? The reason why they don't is because all the stupid shit that's in here. That's why when Nixon is streaming this game and all the FC guys are making fun of it, Nick's like defending it, but it's like those guys are thinking in terms of, I mean, guys, go look at the made up kits in this game. Go look at, you can understand why some people would laugh at this game. Once you really play it, then you're like, holy shit, that's real football. But there's so much stupid shit in it that makes you feel like it's like, who would want to play this, you know? And if they fix that, which I can't figure out, as smart as they are, it's just like they're the dumbest smart people I've ever met. Not met, but ever seen. Yeah, this game went from totally, I mean, look how it turned on its head. This is like everybody's stream. But what Nick and them do is they just end the stream. They just play like 3 games and they're like, all right, that's my 3 for the day. Konami, get a hint, bro. You might be making hand over fist now because every other football game sucks. But if, because of how shit you are in every other area, you don't know how to add other modes, you don't know how to do a presentation to make your eFootball Pro stick, as good of a football game as it is, it's going to be always a shit show that loses out to any decent developer that comes along if you can't figure this stuff out. The minute somebody gets one of your Japanese developers, locks them up in a room and gets all the coding, they're going to instantly make the game look better. They're going to instantly spruce up the systems, getting rid of the stupid player fusions and skills and stuff like that. And then boom, nobody's going to play this shit show of a game anymore. So hopefully Konami can figure it out before then, but doesn't look like it. Freaking joke. That's alright, we'll have the OG leagues and cups. People come and play those, I can guarantee you that, because we're not morons. We might not be able to code a game, but we can at least make it competitive and fun at the same time. Look, guys, I haven't tried one bit. I'm diving in on defense. You know what I mean? Oh, shit, they decided to score. Now I got to come and try a little bit. Up to 49 minutes, they finally decided, the script said, okay, we're going to give them a goal. It might even turn back to fucking, let's see if I can complete passes anymore. It wouldn't let me shoot. It wouldn't let me shoot. Didn't matter what I did. It won't let me do anything now. Maybe they want me to tie. So watch how I get nerfed now. Watch this. You'll see it in the game. Watch the nerf come. This is the game that we play, that we waste our time on. And I'm always going to keep it real. I know it doesn't help me to tell you guys this, but think how stupid it is that we waste our time on this. Goal. Easy. Now, I'm going to do 6 more of those, or 10. I'm just going to do that the rest of the game. Let's see how many I score. So watch. I'm going to do it from right around here. Cut back to my right. Let's see how many of those I score. I'll try to do them exactly the same. No aiming, nothing. Just pressing shoot. And I'm going to go back to diving on defense. Alright, good. This is the same game that I just lost like 2 or 3 in a row. Division 1 AI. This is how stupid this game is, because the developers can't get out of their own way. This is why you don't make your kids get locked up in school all day. This is where Europe's got it right. Because they cannot think outside of a math equation. All right, here we go. Here's another cross. Maybe not. I don't even got to cross it. Now let's see if they let me shoot. Oh, wow. Still couldn't shoot. All right, let me go dive in. They got better second half for sure. What do I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? I know, I knew you heard me click shoot. Look at this one, guys. I didn't press anything. I didn't press a button. Look at this. The game is a joke. The game, look at this. You think there's not a script? Look at this. Who is going to waste their time playing this dumbass game? It is the dumbest game we'll ever play in our lives. And we keep playing it just because we hope that Konami can figure it out. Like, they got the hard part done, but they're such fucking idiots. I mean, if you've ever seen how they try to promote in the commercials and stuff, you'll understand. The dumbest fucking people you'll ever see in your life that are also geniuses. Because their parents, well, everybody in Japan, locks their kids in school 1,000,000 hours a week, and they can't think outside of a fucking math equation. That's why they're so awkward to talk to and shit like that. Like, go look at their presentations. It looks like nobody ever wants to be there. It looks like someone's literally forcing them, like, oh my god, we have to actually talk? Because all they've done their whole lives is math equations. Go look how corny all their shit is, their pop culture and everything. It's a joke. So this is what you get. You get a bunch of fucking weirdos in a game that's so scripted, but no one else is smart enough to get the essence of football captured. So we're stuck playing this stupid shit. That's about the summary of it. Get mad if you want to. Try to act like, oh, there's a rhyme or reason. It's a joke. There is no rhyme or reason. It's all a big script. And because I didn't play or take advantage of it. Now look, now they're right on top of me, guys. Did you see how I was playing the entire game? It's a fucking joke. Look it. No matter what I do now. We'll sub. Oh, it's because you didn't sub. No, dipshits. And I'm not saying any of you guys. I know there's always these idiots that don't want to believe what's right in front of their face. I'm going to play the same way as I was playing the entire time. But this is exactly what's going to keep this game from ever amounting to shit. All FC will ever have to do is just produce something. Just produce something. With shiny cards and packs that players can buy. Here, let me just throw away all the good football sense in this game, because it's not about that anymore. And this is the sad part. Everyone who believes in this game constantly has to get let down because of these pieces of shit at Konami, bro. Literally. It's a joke. Fucking joke. All of a sudden, the shit just turns on its head. You can't move. You can't complete a pass. Everything fun I was going to do, by the way, I'm done after this. I can't even just... I'm disgusted by this joke of a game. It's just such a fucking joke. I was going to review FC27 and show how much better this is. But is it really that much better? I mean, is it? With all the scripting involved? The funny thing is, people used to say scripting was involved in FC. Bullshit, it was involved in FC. Play eFootball and you'll laugh that you thought scripting was involved in FC. It was never involved in FC. There it is, wide open again. Oh, what do you know? Why wasn't it the powerful header like it was before, guys? Well, because he was tired? Oh, so he couldn't head ball 2 yards away, not at the keeper? I did the same thing. I didn't aim one bit. I did that at the same time. I got snapped last time. Now my Owen, who's a beast on the ball, Can't do a thing. Bro, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter. It didn't let me pass when I wanted to. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh my God, it let me win in the last second. And it's all because I just turned off my football brain, guys. All I did was press triangle there and just ran and go. I'll let you see the highlight. I just held sprint with Messi. That's all I did. I just turned off. Go look at. I switched every ounce of football brain off. I'll let you see it. Look, I just hold sprint and run in a straight line, and somehow I didn't get knocked off the ball there. I guess that somewhat looks real if it's not the AI deciding, but yeah. I don't know how we can get it. I'm not as big as Manasa and all these guys that make all the pretty fucking player review videos and act like you got to go by Owen and look at him on the pitch, even though we've seen Owen play 7 million times. There's 7 million Owen cards. Like, you can look at the attributes in the player's play style and tell your viewers. You don't all this like, oh, I went out and got the brand new Luis Suarez to show you what attacking surge looks like, even though we just seen it on Johan Cruyff, and it's basically acceleration and speed burst. So here you go, guys. Luis Suarez, 90 pace, 90 acceleration, goes to 100 pace, 100 acceleration. That's attacking surge. Or you see what I mean? Like, if we're honest about it, this whole thing is a big bunch of bullshitters. And so why I'm saying that is anybody ever going to call this shit out that's so obvious to see? Because I'm not big enough to do it yet. I would love to be the one to do it, but that's why I'm starting with my own leagues and cups where we can literally get away from this joke of a game. Like, play the game, but the fun part. But all of these big creators, they do dumb... I mean, eFootball Universe, like... You hear me talking glowingly about these guys. But next thing you know, the dude's doing rope-a-dope videos of about a bunch of dog shit. He's over there with the shit show commentating at the World Championships. It was like the cringiest thing. I didn't even end up streaming it because I felt like it made the game look bad because of how bad the presentation was. Like, remember I did the Connect and we were going to watch the World Championships? The presentation was so bad, guys. They were bringing these competitors on stage. They didn't even have the right fucking translators. I guess they all thought they all spoke Japanese. Well, not really, buddy. So it took a while to get the translator. The translators didn't seem like they knew. So they would go, how amazing does it feel to be on this stage and in this game right now? And the response would be like, yes. So then they would stand there all awkward and shit. Then it would go back to eFootball Universe and the other dude, and they it was just terrible, guys. And the point is like, no one's going to Konami like, bro, you guys gotta do something. Like, congrats on making this money, but eventually someone's gonna knock you off your horse. Like, all you have to do is fix the simple parts. You got the hard part right. You guys got the hard part right. This system, of course, because it has to do with math, this system that you use for the league is brilliant. Right? I mean, guys. Think about trying to get youngsters, right? Because you wonder why eFootball's got mainly older people. Because we're the only ones with the patience to give this game a chance. I mean, bro, maybe on Super Nintendo, this made-up badge could have worked. But even the dog shit games like UFL, right, could figure out how to make some cool-looking logos for their made-up shit. I mean, what in the world is this dog shit that you guys are doing? What are these swords? What are these swords? What are we doing, Konami? You can't redo, like, what in the fuck is the deal? You guys have never thought to yourselves, maybe get a different font? Maybe we should find pictures that aren't stock from Microsoft 94? You looked up the word fucking... I mean, dude, use AI. Use AI. For all we care. Like, get rid of this stupid shit you guys are doing. All of it. So let's take a look and make fun of another game for a little bit. I'm done beating up on eFootball, but hey, I did all of that just to get this stupid 10,000 point trainer, which is another system that's dumber than shit, by the way. Dumbest system in the world. Oh, and I forgot, I gotta go do this now too, so you guys get to see the dumbass. While I'm doing this, I want you to think how stupid this is. Think about trying to sell this to people who... Hey, you guys want to play eFootball? It's such a great game. Yeah. Well, what are you doing right now? Oh, I got to go into this player I'll never use. Well, first I got to make sure I didn't already put skills on them. Wait, why are you worried about putting skills? Are you going to use these players? Oh, no. Hell no. I'm not using these players. But see how I put a skill on all of them? I have to put a skill on all of them. Then I have to go to this other menu. Then I have to combine that player. But that's only if I get a good enough skill. I can't pick the skill, it's random. So, gamesmanship, I don't really need that right now. So now I'm going to go to the next player that I'll never use. Then I'm going to put another skill that I don't know what it's going to be. I played all these games to earn these skills, and they just give me a random skill. They might give me one that I'll never use, by the way. I don't know what I'm going to get. Oh, no look pass. Yeah, that's never going to be used. So I'll just go ahead and put another skill on here. Oh, yeah, long-range shooting. Don't really need that at all because most players have that, but thanks, Konami. So we'll go into this one and delete that. So now we'll go into the next player. Let's make sure he doesn't have any skills. Oh, nope, he does. Oh, nope, sombrero, another skill I'll probably never use. Two there that I don't need at all. Man marking, don't need that right now. Heading, don't need that. I might have to go all the way into the store and buy more free agent players that I'll never use, instead of just being able to go into our players, guys, and maybe give us a better chance of getting a skill we want. I mean, do you guys not realize that none of us can use Rabona, no look pass, even though they might be cool animations, because you dipshits make us put the only 5 skills, make a secondary skills list so where we can get Rabona and no look pass and heel trick, and even though heel trick sometimes I do use. But look at this. Look at this. I have no idea. Look, so I got to go back in. Think about this. Think about how many people would be laughing at this game right now for having to do this. We're in 2026. We're in 2026. And this is the absolute joke that Konami's came up with. Because if they're not thinking in math equations, they can't do anything. Their families have created total fucking morons that just are good at math. That's just the truth, guys. This is what 10 hours a day in math class gets you in Japan. This is what you got. Look at the made up, look at the cards, look at all this shit. If it's not a math equation, it's terrible in this game. Alright, so I'm going to get these players that I'm never going to use. Think about explaining this to a new player, by the way. Yeah, no, we're never going to use these players. Don't worry. But now we're going to go back into the team out of 74 million windows. And then we're going to try to get a skill that might work. So far, all that playing was for nothing. So now we go into reserves. Now I got to find those players I just got. I have no idea where they're at. I have no idea where they're at, bro. Maybe these guys. Oh, I found them. Hey! Just to add a skill that I may never use. Let's look. Scissors. Okay. Doubt I can use any of those. So, let's see. Now I got to go into all my players that I do want to use. Oh, yeah, they got the skills. Oh, he's good. Okay, and then I got Bellingham coming Monday. I got to try to remember what skills I want here. Can't even remember who needs what. Ronaldo needs some shit. Double touch, slow control. He needs flip flap, which I have. So now we're going to go to these made up players. But don't worry, guys. You can filter through the skills now, so that's really cool. Don't just so control flip flap. All right, we're good there. All right, so I got double touch, flip flap, soul control, 3 passing. What else do I need? It's got outside curler and fighting spirit. We'll just see what we got. Yeah, it's so dumb. Imagine it, bro. I've been dead tired in a football game. Yes, you're going to make more mistakes. But if you have a wide open shot or you're dribbling, you don't just all of a sudden just die. Like, if you want to make it realistic, then let's keep it realistic. If you want to be an arcade game, which clearly eFootball doesn't, but they just do dumb shit, it's like, I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out, guys. To me, I feel like I'm spot on. Someone who knows the situation would have to tell me. I think that they're geniuses when it comes to anything with math, and anything else they suck at. I mean, when you look at all these layouts, when you look at the font, they have no idea how to make something look good. They have no idea how to be social or build hype. All their they're like, whoever they hired for their promotional shit is literally, it's the corniest shit. And it's kind of funny to like kind of make fun of and laugh, but you're laughing at it, not with it. You're never like, damn, that's cool. When they bring these guys up there, Rooney, bro, they were laughing because they're like, is Rooney even going to smile? Bro, it's not only him. When they brought Hugo Lloris and Marco Reus, those guys look like, where are we at right now? Is this a cult? Like, go back and watch if you don't believe me. This game's associated with being for weirdos because of that, because of all that. And this really isn't. It's like, this is PES. Like, PES used to be the cool game. Everyone would say, if you have skill and love football, you play PES. Why in the fuck is this showing up like this? I just reset the filter. Why is it not? Oh, and now I don't even have enough coins. So that's it. All that for nothing because I don't have enough GP. This fucking game, guys. It's just so bad, bro. It's just so bad. But even arcade people, like, don't want graphics from 1993. Even arcade people don't want pointless ass shit. Like, oh, you gotta go buy free agents to go buy this player. Then to add a... Dude, do you know how long it's taken? It's funny watching Nick. Like, people want to use, for instance, Yamal as an AMF. I never did 100 hours of math a week. My parents never locked me in a school like they do in Japan. And listen to this. How about if you want AMF here, or you just do whatever, every position, you give it a certain proficiency. Take away the tokens altogether. So, like, maybe at AMF he's 106, and instead of, all right, or maybe you just do it where once you've used 3 position tokens, you get to pick the position. Now you've earned it. You know what I mean? Like, took me 2 seconds to figure that out. Whatever you do, it's better than getting 7,000 position tokens and maybe being able to get the player in the position you want. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now, Jink. Kid AMA. I'm going to call you Jin. Jin, that's what we're talking about. I just played and I won a couple, and I was literally doing a breakdown of this setup with 2 whole players. Okay? And everything was feeling great. The game's feeling good. Next thing you know, they nerfed my players. Like, dude, even if they made the AI just super freaking good, But they don't just do that. They nerf your team down. That is stupid. When all of a sudden you can't complete a 5-yard pass with Patrick Vieira. Look at his passing. When all of a sudden a wide open header goes in, right? Not that Suarez's heading is good, but the first and second ball were exactly the same. What did I tell you guys? So why did he have a snap behind it in the first one, and the second one is a little dinker down straight at the goalie? I'm not saying every header is going to be exactly the same, but what made him lose his power other than getting nerfed? Like, he has that same power on the ball if the one wasn't as good or went to the goalie or whatever, but all of a sudden you don't just lose your ability to pass the ball 5 yards. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter. It's not any of that, because when I'm saying all that is people try to explain it and defend Konami. It is 1,000%. If you get to AI Division 1 and you don't see the scripting, then I don't know what, or whatever name you come up for it, but there's something going on there. If you try to explain it within the reasoning of, oh no, the player would do that if you, no, there's something there. If you cannot see it, then you are in denial or you don't have a brain, without a doubt. All right, let's go beat up on another game so I can take at least a break from eFootball. And if you're wondering why after all this, myself and all of you still decide to play eFootball, well, you're about to see exactly why. Because this is the fucking competition, unfortunately. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say this before I didn't get to finish my thought because I was on a rant. The reason why I get upset at like the Manasas and the eFootball universes and stuff is because, like, I'm glad lately that Manasa's been speaking out for sure, dude. He's done it a lot more because I saw he was getting a lot of shit. And then I noticed, like, after he visited Konami, when I was seeing all those comments and people were like, you know, they were on him. Then I noticed he started saying, Konami, you're going to lose the people. You got to do something about smartness. You got to get rid of this. Konami's selling it. Like, but a lot of times it's just like, oh, it is what it is, guys. Let's go crazy and spin for the new players. Oh my God, I got this incredible player review. I got my hands on all these players, when all you have to tell the people is the truth. Guys, the Owens you get, the Ibras, we're now on our third or fourth, the Ferdinand, it's attributes, their play style that changes, individual play style changes, and that's it. Maybe for some like Rio, they made it a little bit shorter, but it's attributes getting boosted a little bit or watered down if it's a free card, because that's how Konami rolls their pieces of shit. And then their playstyle, that's all. You do not need, like, if there's another Ronaldinho that comes out, okay? You do not need to wait for fucking some content creator to go and use someone's account to see this Ronaldinho and then to see the other one. If you've seen this one, you've seen the other one too. What you want to know is maybe if this one's a creative playmaker, the next one's a whole player, how that works within your team. Well, you have to decide that for yourself, right? So what I try to do is provide a breakdown of why I think he is or isn't valuable in these different positions. And based on what team needs, I might get him. Like if I was lacking on some deep runs or some attacking runs to try to get in on goal, then maybe a whole player Ronaldinho could work, right? Or if I was looking for a real prolific winger, then I would have to look like, is Ronaldinho shifty enough on the ball? I would say for an actual winger, I would probably go with someone like a Yamal or an Eze better, because they're going to be able to shake off defenders. They're more agile, they're more shifty. Whereas creative playmaker Ronaldinho is perfect. But like, when these guys do this, it starts making me feel like they're shills, and then you can't count on those guys to ever speak up like this, right? Because they're just going to do and say whatever will keep their clicks going and keep their views and shit. But yes, Jin Kid said this game has great gameplay hidden underneath a pile of bullshit. That's what I'm saying. And it doesn't feel like many are just really hammering that point home. So it's obviously too late for eFootball 27. Whatever they're bringing, they're bringing. But in the future, I just hope that as more new creators come and as we move forward, we start having the balls to actually speak the truth and speak up and highlight this shit, no matter if we make the game sound bad or not. If it's the truth, it's the truth. And all these people spending money and like playing this game for hours, they deserve to know the truth too. You know? So that's my take on it, but I'll move on now. Let's look at this reaction to FC 27. And again, this will give you an idea why we keep playing despite all the bullshit. Went over that earlier. Yeah, I was going to show you this Phil Mo's game against Thiago, because it is truly, the gameplay is way better. Just look at the pace of this game. I just want to show you this real quick before we get in FC 27. Look at the pace of the game, right? The tackling, the passing, right? That extremely satisfying feeling when you do complete passes in eFootball, watching that ball slide across the ground because it actually moves like a football on a football pitch, right? Now, I want you to pay attention to this. Here's AA9 Skills, who makes a ton of money, and this is why I like their creators better than a lot of the eFootball ones. It's why I haven't done an eFootball Gods video in a while, right? I did my boy Rock Chalk. Shout out to Rock Chalk. I did eFootball Universe, and I said it, and I'll say it again. I wish I would have held off on that one a little bit, calling him an eFootball God, because he did some shady little shit. I won't go into it. That's not the point. But shout out guys like Indominator, brilliant dude. Indominator, Rockchalk, those are the guys that we're so lucky to have in this community, bro. Like great players, they speak up. But I want you to watch AA9 Skills, who's been playing this game his whole life, who makes a ton of money. Way more than all these guys except maybe Manasa. And he still doesn't sugarcoat. He still doesn't bullshit. He still won't play this dog shit game. Right? So let's check this out. Ready?
This video is very hard for me to make because I am a fan of FIFA and FCs. I am a fan. As Anthony, before the YouTuber AA9 Skills, as Anthony, the guy that mom would let me stay home from school so I could play. My mom would buy it every single year. I am where I am in life because my mom got me a copy of FIFA every single year since I was a baby.
Shout out to moms, big dog. Shout out to moms.
At my cousin David's house because he had bought it and he was older than me and he had the game already and I got to play. And since that day, my mom would buy it every single September. That kid inside of me, I get the game and whatever it offers to me, I'm happy with it. And that's how I feel a lot of times. But
all right, sorry. I know he's going to repeat himself because I'm restarting this, but this is important for me to do here, okay? Now, when he's talking about this, for one, you'll get to see the FC27, the joke it is. But there's so much more to this, right? As you're watching this, from a legend like AA9 Skills, if you don't know him, you can look him up. He's a brilliant content creator. Excellent on the sticks. If he just chose to play eFootball, or if he stuck to it because he tried to play recently, but he just hasn't been playing, so he doesn't get it, right? He's been poisoned for years at FC, but he's brilliant. He plays beautiful football, and he's got a great mind for the game, but he's also just completely honest. So the point of this video isn't to knock FC27. We have nothing to do with how those developers created that game. The point is to show why it's so important for Konami to get their crap together and give us a good football game. And while you're listening to this about FC27, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of how you feel about eFootball, and you're going to see a lot of similarities there. And it's not a hard thing to fix, but what happens is money, right? Money. That's what Konami's making hand over fist because they have brilliant player IDs, because anything that has to do with a math equation, which you might not even realize what stuff does, but anything with a math equation in eFootball is brilliant. Until they get off the pitch and they do the skill system, the position tokens, the boosters, the scripting, or the AI help, whatever you want to call it, the assistance, all that crap. Then their genius math turns into BS math because it's not needed, right? But as you listen to this, I want you to put together what your thoughts are of eFootball and what AA9 says really resonates. So let's get into it.
This video is very hard for me to make because I am a fan of FIFA and FCs. I am a fan. As Anthony, before the YouTuber AA9 Skills, as Anthony, the guy that mom would let me stay home from school so I could play. My mom would buy it every single year. I am where I am in life because my mom got me a copy of FIFA every single year since I was a baby, bro. Since I played my first one at my cousin David's house because he had bought it and he was older than me and he had the game already and I got to play it. Since that day, my mom would buy it every single September. That kid inside of me, I get the game and whatever it offers to me, I'm happy with it. And that's how I feel a lot of times. But when I watched a bit of these trailers already, it started to irritate me, and I'm going to explain why to you it irritates me. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm just bashing EA just to bash it, but please hear me out, okay? Let's kick this trailer off. It's not going to be super loud. Hopefully you guys can hear it, but let's let this fly.
More player control, more fluidity, and more changes led by you.
Pause already. Led by you. The same exact thing you said in FC 26, EA. Don't come with this again. Led by you. That's crazy. Let this ride.
So much that's new to gameplay this year.
Okay.
We addressed AI defending,
All right, and that's
reinvented
important.
corners,
Yes.
reworked attacking runs, dribbling under pressure, and fluid 1-2s.
Everything
and
we
of course,
want.
retuned fundamentals to reduce intercept backs, rebalance play styles, and deliver on more of the improvements you care about most.
Perfect.
Let's dive in, starting
Everything
with
there's a
something
done.
you've called out over and over.
That's right.
AI defending.
Yes.
Your feedback is clear. Manual defending should be the best way to stop your opponent.
Right.
So we've tackled that from a number of angles this year.
Right.
Taking power away from the AI and giving it to you when you're defending.
Yeah.
You'll feel the difference as soon as you take control. Your player will jockey more responsibly. You'll also have a larger tackling range, a larger interception range, and a larger blocking range.
So, you've nerfed AI defending because you listened to us. Didn't FC 26 come out with R1 dribbling and AI mechanic being very overpowered and AI defending being kind of irrelevant? Yeah. But then you patched it so AI defending would be stronger, and you added Bruiser to make defending even more stronger.
When playing games on PC, do you ever wonder if someone had a clip
All right.
in it?
Download Metal, then go to albums, clips you're in.
And this whole time,
Hold
you've
on,
been
go on
listening
a little bit.
to us about AI defending, right? So you made us go through FC 25 and FC 26 this entire time knowing that the entire community is sick of AI defending, but you continue to put your fan base through this? This is what triggers me.
Exactly.
It's not the fact that you're addressing it now, and I know you're going to address it, but within the first week of your addressing, you're going to patch it, and it's going to go right back to everything you told us.
If you guys don't know, on FC26, I'm part of their creator program, even though I share over and over all their stuff, literally trying to get kicked out. I shared their open world BS, shared FC26, 25, and I'm going to share 27. I got invited again. They just keep inviting me. Why I'm telling you this is FC26 initially was the best game they've made in about 15 years, guys. I'm not joking you. Go back and look at the footage I shared. I played that Gibaros, the pro. I actually beat him the day after he knocked Tex out of the World Championships. And I shared the game. It's on my channel now. You can check it. I beat FC Pro or something like that. You can see it. FC26 beta, whatever. They patched it. They patched the game within like a fucking week. And they know, just like Konami knows, that we hate X, Y, and Z. But I can't for the life of me figure it out. Like, even if you have to be honest, like, it's honesty, guys. Like, some suit somewhere, some piece of shit suits, like, don't tell them the truth. But even if you were honest, like, guys, we can't fix this, we can't fix this, right? It's just crazy. It's like all these developers swear they like. It seems like they just need to burn in hell. They're just not good people, or they're just driven by money. I can't figure it out. The only thing I can think of is greed, incompetence. With Konami, it's lack of social ability, lack of understanding of true football. They can do the math, but nothing else. Like, I don't understand it.
So you promised us you're going to take it from us. I know that's going to happen. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to buy this game. Because I buy all of your games because I'm a fan of your franchise. But you're going to patch it within 2 weeks because little Timmy probably cries that AI defending is not working for him. But the most important thing that I take from what you said to me in this trailer, EA Sports, because you're speaking to me. You're speaking to Anthony, right? You're speaking to the kid in me. And the kid in me is speaking back to you. So for the last 3-4 years of me screaming at my screen about AI defending being too overpowered and being too crazy strong, you've been hearing me cry and you have not done nothing about it. But now, if I give you $150, you're finally going to listen to me, is what you're telling me? But can you promise me that you're not going to patch it after I buy it? Can you promise me that? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me that you're not going to take what you promised me in this video and tell me in this video and change it all? Because I got into a point in a relationship with you, EA Sports, where I can no longer trust you. Because when you say you're going to put out a game that I believe in, you change it on me. And you take it back to a product that I didn't like FC25 and FC.
So, Konami at least doesn't do this, so you guys can decide if it's better or worse. What Konami does is don't say anything. They act like their player base doesn't exist, right? And I've said this before, and they're unapologetically themselves. And I have said it, have been on record saying this, and I don't know if I'm right or not. I'll go on record saying that too. But I've gone on record saying, like, at least with Konami, you know you're going to get a bunch of shit, and they don't try to hide behind it and say, oh, we're going to listen to you, and then they don't listen to shit. Or, we're going to fix this, and this, and then they just make a million patches, and after they take our money, it's like, oh, it don't even matter. They patched the thing to oblivion, and now we paid for something we didn't want. Konami, they just don't talk to their player base. They do these connects. They're so disconnected from the fans. The Turkey example is the best. These idiots go to Turkey for a live presentation. Their number one market, okay? Everybody in Turkey just wanted their own dedicated server because their connection was so bad, but they're the number one market. They do a thing where they were able to put a keyword. What do you want to talk about at this presentation? The biggest word by 10 miles was server, or like having a server, whatever. Bro, they proceed to do a presentation with that on the screen and don't even talk about the servers. So think about it. I'm doing this stream right now. And I say, we're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, guys. And everybody on my chat saying, we want to talk about, I don't know. We want to talk about Luis Suarez. Everyone's saying, Luis Suarez. And I proceed to do the rest of the stream and don't say a word about Louis. That's what these idiots Konami did. And it was such a backlash from Turkey. They saw those dollar signs going out from their biggest market that they finally built a dedicated server and Turkey won that battle. But the fact that it even came to that, the fact that they even had the audacity to have a presentation in Turkey, knowing what these players wanted, putting out that keyword thing where everyone clearly it's saying on your own presentation screen, everyone wants to talk about servers, and you say nothing, right? You are pieces of shit, just like EA Sports, bro. So I don't know if it's better to have somebody that ignores you and just shits on you to your face, or at least EA Sports acts like they're not shitting on you and does it, you know. That's kind of how I look at it.
T26 that I quit 4 or 5 months ago because it just wasn't good enough gameplay. Because the gameplay that you promised me in the trailer after FC25 was horrible. When I watched your trailer, you promised you listened to the community. FC26, you started off well, and then you gave me a trash can of a game the rest of the way. And now you give me this trailer, and you tell me because of us, because of the people, you're going to change AI defending. You listen to us. But the first thing that comes to my mind is you allowed us to deal with this AI defending for the last 4 years, and you've been listening to the fact that we think it's too overpowered. Let's let this ride.
When defending manually. For example, the AI isn't quick enough to cut off the angle and can't quite reach to make the interception.
Yeah.
But when you take control, that quicker jockey can get you into position and you're able to reach farther to win the ball. We've also minimized AI auto tackles in competitive gameplay.
Yeah.
The AI will still be able to win the ball if your opponent dribbles right into them, but they'll almost never lunge for the ball or reach into a challenge.
Yeah.
And we've loosened teammate contain and team press in the defensive third. The AI will still get into solid defensive positions, but taking manual control will give you more tools to stop your opponent. We've also reinvented corners to reduce luck.
Stop there. First of all,
Joke.
team pressing, all that defending, pressing, I'm glad you nerfed it.
Joke. Watch this.
EA, with all due respect, what you just told me in the first 2 minutes of this video is the patch that should have dropped in FC26. You could have dropped this patch and put a dang thing on the screen that said, hey guys, this is what the gameplay will feel like in FC 27. Obviously, will be even more improved with the engine or whatever we're bringing to have a little sales point there. But this is what the game is going to feel like. And you could have dropped a patch in FC 26. No bruiser, no team pressing, no second man press. You feel me? And the gameplay you're promising here, you could have gave people that are playing your footies and they'd be like, oh, damn, you know what? This gameplay feels amazing. 27 is going to be... You have the biggest platform to get your own pre-orders by just putting out a patch. This is a patch, my boy. What you are offering...
Yes. All right. This carries over to eFootball. Guys, what drives me crazy about eFootball is like, oh, no, they do add a bunch of stuff and they change it. And then they put it in their notes. Okay, so I respect that part where at least they do the patches and they don't make it this big thing for FC 27, 28. That's all these guys do, guys. They give simple shit that's in patches in eFootball. If you go look, version 5.41, 5.42, 4.3, go look, guys. There are those updates on there. However, what ends up happening every single time with these games is, and there's no rhyme or reason, maybe like we're not seeing like the data points that they're using to change it, but behind the scenes, everything that these guys do, they end up just shitting on. They go their own route. Every single thing changes. And that's in eFootball and in SC. And I can't figure that part out on why. Like, what is the data that made these assholes, for instance, Smart Assist, what data made them add something so stupid? What data? Because now the data is overwhelming that we want this filter in. And in fact, if they gave us a chance to do a survey where we could say get rid of it, it would have been gone. Okay, but what data? Where is this data at? Like, why can't we ever see it? Same with what 889 is talking about. Like, bro, the EA Sports has to know. They're at least more connected than Konami, unless Konami's connected to just the Japanese creators. And then you guys would have to point me to that, and I could see if their philosophy or what they want's different. But it's just all this shit you can't really believe because it all changes, right? With this shit behind the scenes or with the million patches. So that's where I don't understand. Like you can't really predict anything because we don't know where they're getting this information from anyways. Shit that you would never think they're going to do, they do. Right? And shit that you would think is a no-brainer to fix, they don't fix. Or they take forever to fix it.
In that first 2 minutes is a patch. In AI, less interceptions, the AI not lunging.
Do creative control over your run. Pick your spot and power up your cross. Then you'll have a few...
This is where eFootball is the best set pieces and corners, and you could tell FC's trying to copy off of them.
We're already doing this in old FIFAs. There was a pro named Joey back in the day, FIFA 19, 20, whatever. He was one of the first ones to have like a big Cristiano Ronaldo. It was like one of the big cards. Brother, he had corners on lock, bro. He would lock into him, turn him around. Brother, you should have seen this guy's corners, bro. So what they're showing here, bro, it's already kind of exists in the game. It's just going to make corners even more OP, which is nice if AI defending is super overpowered because you have a way to break down people that are being ratty. But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody's getting excited about corners, bro.
No.
This unlocks so much set-piece creativity.
That's
and
crazy.
equal amounts of set-piece chaos. We see it.
This is all trying to copy off eFootball. You guys see me do set plays all the time. I love it. I know a lot of you guys do it too. It's realistic, creating your own plays, right? The run making, again, anything with math, right? Outside of until you get off the pitch, but with math, all the AI run making in eFootball crushing this. Like everything that you're gonna see here with the run making and shit, eFootball is crushing. Like we're sitting here on level 99 and these guys are on level 15 trying to figure out the attacking AI. That's just the truth.
Because that's real life. Girl versus girl. That's real life. Ultimate team with girls versus guys and girls bruisering guys off the ball. It just doesn't make sense, EA. I'm not
stupid. I'm all for realism. Like, and I don't mind it for the girl part. Like, I have daughters that play the game that are very good. But when you see like a Claudia Pena holding off a Van Dijk or something, it's like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? So thank goodness we don't have to deal with that in eFootball. Because I'm not saying don't add women. Like, I don't know if 2K27, I've seen Caitlin Clark on the cover. I don't know if they're doing girls versus guys, but think about that in basketball even. It's got to be girls versus girls over there because, you know, what's this, a 5'11", 5'10", point guard going to be able to shoot over a 6'6" monster? You know what I mean? It's just not realistic. I don't know how he started talking off of that off creative runs, but I guess because there's women on the screen.
I'm not saying take girls out of Ultimate Team. I'm just saying maybe you should have a weekend league for guys and a weekend league for girls. That's all I'm saying. You can keep them all in Ultimate Team. I don't care about that. Maybe there should be a weekend league for just guys.
Basically what I was saying too.
Girls. Because again, Real Madrid can't put their Real Madrid girl team and guy team on the field at the same time playing against the Barca girl team and guy team. Doesn't work that way, yo. Lamine Yamal cannot play with Aitana. Doesn't work that way. That's not real life football. And I know Ultimate Team is supposed to be fake. It's an Ultimate Team. It's, fairy tale. That's fine. But brother, like, come on, man. If little Aitana bruises my guy one more time off the...
It's not fake, though. It's taking superstars from today and legendary players and putting them all into the pitch at the same time to create a dream team, and then you play true football. You take what you can't get in real life because the players get older, because age, and you make that possible in football. And why we love it is because of the realism, because of the real player IDs, because you feel like you're doing a 1-2 between Messi and Hullet that you'll never get to see in real football. You feel like you're having a backline full of Vincent Kompany, and then, I don't know, a Rudiger, and then you have a Maldini, and these players that can never play together are playing together. So it's not a fairy tale in the sense that it's supposed to be true to football, but bringing all these different eras together, right? If you brought women truthfully into men's football, it would not be how it is on FC. It's just because it's an arcade football game, they make it work. But it's not what the mode's supposed to be about, what Ultimate Team even was originally, right?
Ball, I'm a freak out.
To give you options going forward.
I'm a freak out.
Just like top strikers around the world, your teammates will now curl along the back
100%
line,
blocks.
hold their runs,
100%.
time to spot and pick a pass.
I don't know if it's blacks or blocks, but 100%, my boy.
Players find open space.
That's very nice.
And avoid defenders that could slow their momentum.
By the way, you're on here enough. Can you tell me, is it BLCKZ, is it blacks or blocks? I want to make sure I'm giving you at least saying the right thing.
Make passes regardless. Listen, it could be a straight line. It could be only this way, that way. Don't need that curve. We don't need no curve here. We don't need no curving, bro. Curving is when AI defending was overpowered. We don't need no curving. This is cool. I'm happy with your future. This is very nice. Nerf AI defending, and then we chilling, big dog. AI defending's gotta go. If AI defending goes, then we're chilling, bro. I like this. I'm not saying I don't like this. This is cool. I like the whole bending and the twirling. Again, it's a patch. It's a patch, bro. You could have patched it. I like that. I'm just saying.
Well, hold on. This is where I don't know. I know I'm not saying he doesn't know real football, but bending runs is one of the biggest things that I teach at a young age, bro. And they not have it for the best players in the world is crazy. Like, bending a run is extremely helpful for anybody who's on here who doesn't know football that well. That's fine. My boy Phil never played the sport but became a fan, and then he learned it as he was learning the game. That's brilliant stuff. But for the game part is supposed to be realistic, right? Like, in the game, these are the best players in the world. They're going to be making bent runs. It helps you stay on side. It helps create a separation from you and defenders. The fact that we're just now seeing this added like it's some big deal in 27, it shows you that these guys don't know a damn thing about football, bro. The developers, I mean, and that is an issue because you're supposed to be bringing us the football game, but they didn't have someone there in FIFA 2019, 20, and you can't tell me, oh, we just now have the technology to make bent runs. No, that's bullshit. You know, bent runs is an extremely important aspect of football.
These curved runs, bending them around the back
There has to be AI defending. Gotta go.
Pass.
It's gotta go.
You'll see more realistic movement from your teammates in authentic gameplay as well. Not just with how they make runs, but also...
By the way, as good as the run making is and the timing and stuff in eFootball, we don't have bent runs really, and we should.
how they look with more natural and composed animations.
The graphics, the players look a little less real.
All the details on how we're driving realism in authentic gameplay. New off-balance dribbling is another.
Is this a new engine or something, guys? Can someone tell me? Is that why they're talking about the graphics?
That was nice. More fluid. Elite dribblers will maintain control of the ball as they stumble and ride challenges. This was inspired by the likes of Pedri and Musiala, who find creative ways to
Oh,
keep
it's
the
still
ball in
ice
control
skating.
even as tackles fly.
It's ice skating,
We've
dude.
also improved
Look at that.
quick passing sequences. Players maintain
It's ice skating.
Goal, by the way.
and accelerate more responsibly.
That's
This
phenomenal.
happens at the animation level, making it feel like one fluid action to give you more freedom of movement after making a pass.
That's beautiful.
Those tiny details have a huge impact on your experience, which is why we've really
You
invested.
see how crazy that is, guys? Like, I'm watching football on ice right now, and they're saying beautiful goal and shit, but all I can see is 100-mile-an-hour passes. Like, I know the 1-2s and shit are sick. I agree. If it was real football, but watching a ball skate across the ice pitch, I can't do it, bro. This is the reason why goals is just totally went off the map. They have cartoon characters skating on ice. Like, no one wants that shit. Made up players, made up, not real football. You haven't heard goals. Like, guys, I was going to do a review of every football game, and there's nobody. That's why you don't see goals. That's why you don't see, like, UFL, nothing. The last thing on here is from a FC creator a month ago, and it's like UFL is dead. Nobody relevant that is. Like, it's English speaking, especially. There's a few, like, foreign creators. Portuguese, stuff like that. But even there, it's like very few. Most of them all are playing eFootball. But, I mean, these other games are dead. It's literally eFootball and FC. And I'll be damned if I ever go play this ice skating freaking game again. Bro, you can't. The essence of football is only captured. That's why I get even more mad at Konami. It's like, if you have a chance, if you're my teammate right now, bro, and you have a chance to win the Ballon d'Or, okay? And I'm watching you fucking in preseason eating a bunch of ice cream and pizza and not doing your summer workouts, and that's what I feel like Konami does. It's like they're just okay, they're just settling. Oh, it's fine. No, bro. This literally, if you're watching this and you're a true football fan and this makes you excited, that's crazy. This is not real football, bro. Put real football in the middle and then put eFootball gameplay on one side, and then here, I'll do it real quick. Not real football, but watch. This is eFootball. Watch the pace of the passing. Watch the touches. See how that pass slowed down? See how the dribbling's realistic? See how he can't just hold sprint and still move around, extremely agile? Go try to take a ball outside, full sprint with that ball, and try to turn on a dime and make movements on. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Right? Physics exists in eFootball, and they exist in real life. Gravity exists. Right? Everything about eFootball screams real football. The pace, the movements, what it takes to do, to pull off skill moves, the difficulty level. So, if you watch this, oh, got stripped. And this is the OG league, by the way, and you guys need to start watching. These guys are all insanely good players. Talk about entertaining football. We're going to make it to where all this bullshit we're talking about doesn't matter, because we'll have the OG leagues and cups. And you'll start looking at the actual in-game modes as just for fun. But anyway, I digress. Now, you've seen that pace of play. You've watched it. Now watch. It's crazy.
Fundamentally changed how defenders treat interceptions.
Ice
Instead
skating.
of prioritizing
Ice skating.
blocking the
Ice
pass,
skating.
Players will now prioritize controlling the ball, yielding more consistent outcomes and helping you retain possession.
So you thought in FC 26,
Consistent outcomes.
y'all thought
interception.
y'all dropped FC 26. Let me mute this for a second. Y'all dropped FC 26, EA Sports, and you thought like that now you're showing the world, right? You're showing us what's happening. You thought that this was a good idea. You thought that the ball bouncing off of this guy's foot and going to the attacker was a good like dog. You thought that like the fact you're showing this side by side, you gotta be embarrassed, dog. You gotta be low key embarrassed.
Think about that, bro. The left is what these dipshits decided was good for the game this year. Think about that.
What are we doing, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, this is what you're. Guys, I'm sorry, bro. That looks silly to me, bro. It looks silly to me that they're promoting that. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to be mean, bro. I'm not trying to be triggered. It's just like we got.
It's like if they show, like, guys, we have a great new feature where we're not going to have Smart Assist anymore. No more dealing with Smart Assist. Here's what it looked like before. Now here's what it looks like when the AI is not doing everything. It's like, you idiots, put it in the game. You know? It's crazy. It's just crazy. Oh, my goodness. That's so funny he caught that, though. You know, a lot of people would be like, wow, what an improvement. These idiots put that into the game. It should have never been in the game.
Shine where they would in a real match, rewarding you more for choosing the right one in the right situation and ensuring
I like that, bro. Shout out
Nev.
You mind, I like that. That's funny.
And we're continuing to rework the balance between
My boy
playstyles
Jin.
and attributes to ensure playstyles don't over.
Let me read these real quick. I like that, Nev you mind. That's so true. Jen says, even with all the BS in eFootball, I can't ever be. Yeah, 100%. That's what I was saying. Exactly. Like how I just went on that rant because of all the scripting shit in the AI league that's just so annoying. And then you watch this and you're like, never. Like, that's why we'll always play football, bro. If you really love football, right, there's no way I could play this shit, dude. It's just ping pong. Yeah, that's exactly right. Ping pong ice skating.
Foreshadow other aspects of a player. In FC 27, attributes will be more impactful to a player's abilities, and it's likely something we'll continue to balance throughout the year. Check out the pitch note.
Oh, there it is. There's the keyword. There's the keyword. There it is. There it is. There it is. There. Cut the trailer off of me, dog. Cut it off right there, bro. What you mean you need to continue to balance it throughout the year, dog? Why, bro? Why? Make attributes the most important thing on a card and make playstyles a bonus. Stop trying to balance everything throughout the year. You guys suck at that. You guys literally suck at balancing. I'm sorry, EA, I'm not trying to be mean. Y'all suck at balancing. It took you all of FC 26 to say that you listened to us to balance AI defending, dog. You guys suck at that, man. Dude, stop saying you're going to fix stuff throughout the year. Fix it now, man, and put a game out and let the game stay, bro. Let the game sit. If the game sucks, let it suck. If the game is good, let it ride. Stop changing the game 37 times throughout the year, bro. Let people understand the game and learn the game. The moment the game drops, if you start patching it, people are just going to get more pissed off with you, bro.
For even more detail on this, refined heading accuracy and more variability in how crosses fly in.
I'm actually happy. I'm happy about heading being back. If this is real, then I'm happy about this. I'm actually extremely happy about crossing working.
Even more about your skill.
I'm happy about that.
Power and timing will be the difference between a hopeful.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all because I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm fat. I know that makes nothing like it has nothing to do with this video. I'm fat, but yo, these players look too skinny. I don't know about you guys, bro. They look too skinny, bro.
Is there a new engine? Why are they looking so different?
I don't know if y'all think I'm tripping, but the players look a little bit too skinny, bro. Like, give them a whopper, dude.
We've attacked this from multiple angles. Defenders won't be able to commit physical challenges from behind, nor will they be able to simply run into the dribbler to win the ball.
So you're literally patching Bruiser and getting Bruiser out the game, which should have never happened in this game. Guys, this trailer is low-key an FC 26 patch note in our face with new jerseys on. That's what really pisses me off. I'm not even watching no more. I'm leaving it there. Guys, I legitimately am happy about this game, and I hope EA got it right. I really do. My problem, guys, is that everything they named here is the stuff that I yelled about in my videos throughout the year. Bruiser, go away. AI defending's too strong. Team pressing's too strong. Second man press is too strong. All four things I screamed about at the top of my lungs the entire year of FC 26 never got touched, and now they're making a trailer about it in FC 27. It's like a spit in the face, bro. It's literally like a spit in the face, man. And it really sucks. And again, I'm not...
And that's what I'm saying, guys. And it's not... Nothing's going to change. Like, bro, all this is trying to say, give us your money. That's why it's... you just have to go off of the football. Now, I'm not saying Konami's any better, really, right? Like, I've always said, like, at least Konami is who they is. They're just idiots. Like, their presentations suck. They're just good at math. They're good at coding. They're good at that shit. They're great at player IDs. The amazing player IDs, the amazing football, the essence of the game that they bring in that no other game can. But then they do a bunch of dumb shit too. All these development companies do that. But when you're looking at the most true to football experience, the fact that we have our own leagues and cups now, so at least we when we're going to keep expanding that, we're going to keep making it, whether Konami comes around or not, it's still better than playing ice skating, arcade, wannabe football. It's not true football. It's not true skill to play this game because it's not really football, bro. It's just not, right? So now you look at the one other game that decided to copy off of them, and it's really probably not even worth looking at because it's nowhere near like eFootball or even FC. It's kind of FC Junior. The former #1 player in the world, my boy Kevin Pedro, shout out to him. He came in and showed me how like this is an old version of FC or FIFA 16 that they like added a bunch of stuff onto. Right, that's why it's hard for them to take out exploits and all. And like whether that's true or not, but he showed me this whole thing and then it made sense. We watched them side by side, and at the end of the day, it's just the football in UFL is even worse than FC, dude. Not to mention just all the exploits in the trash. But one thing I do want to say is where they're crushing Konami. Is look at their made up, like, look at how it pops. Like, this is the one thing I gotta say to Konami. See how at least this pops? See how there's, like, something there? There's some life when you turn on the game, right? Like, this game is absolutely horrendous. There's no player, like how you see Gerrard and Roberto Carlos and all them. Outside of the player models, like looks and the name on the back, you can't tell that it's Roberto Carlos or Haaland or Mbappe. They have zero identity. But look how there's some life. They're trophies. They're like, why can't Konami hire an artist? Why can't they get some color? See how the font even is just a little bit, it's not anything spectacular, but there's some life there. The cards explode and then like, I mean, the game is horrible. I mean, this is horrible. Their net physics, they can't even get that right. The goal, I don't know what the hell. Like, the game is horrendous, okay? But, oh my goodness. But, like, at the menus, there's at least some life there. It's the one thing, I mean, it's a very easy ask, but a game that we love, it's like Konami is stuck. But if you see some of the things, like if you look culture-wise, and you try to, like look at, like, the pop culture in Europe and in USA, United States, and in South America, right? Everyone has their own little things, but also there's a similarity there. When you go into the Asias, the like you get to the East, Middle East, and like right, and you look at India, another big eFootball market, very similar to Japan. If you guys don't believe me, go look at kind of the jokey shorts that they put out from India, from Japan. Go look at kind of what's popular there, like all that kind of stuff, and you kind of get to see where maybe that has to do with it. Just see for yourselves. That's all I have to say. But just bring some life to the menus and to like everything that we're doing in eFootball, like leading into the game. You know, not the same font from Microsoft 94 and made up kits and badges and shit that just look all like I could draw them right now and do better. But as far as the gameplay goes, brilliant. Do they need some areas fixed there too? Yes. But the biggest one is take the AI shit out of it. Take all that computer helping and take that shit out of the game. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, man. I just at least wanted to go through because we do got to be grateful. At least we're not playing, FC, or we at least get a good game. I mean, even like watching this is my boy Phil versus Tiago, their week 1 OG League game, okay? Here's Phil Scores SC. Make sure you go show him some love, by the way. Excellent D1 player. Him and Tiago, both very good players. And when I watch eFootball, it makes me want to play the game. When I was playing earlier, like some of the beautiful football, right? I loved it. I was enjoying playing. But when the stupid nerfing comes in, like the scripting, whatever you want to call it, what I think it truly is in what happens, like somebody was telling me, and there may be more proof here than I know, but for instance, like when you score 2 blitz curlers, apparently then your percentage chance of scoring goes way down after that. Now, whether that's proved or not, I did notice like you'll take a blitz curler and it'll be nice, the arc's there and everything. Next one you do, the blitz curler is dog shit, or it goes right at the goalie, or it goes wide, but it's almost like that was always going to go wide no matter what you did. That's the shit they got to get rid of. Like, I almost think instead of scripting, it's actually still a math problem, meaning, all right, you're smoking this player, you have 70% of the possession, so we're going to nerf your players down, 10 points or whatever. So now you're still dominating because you're a much more skilled player, but now they get that one kick and run where their striker just smokes your defender and runs in and they win 1-0. Meanwhile, you're crushing, but you're just a little off because your team's nerfed. I'm leaning towards that being what it is. I can never prove that. Maybe there truly is like a script involved, but if I had to bet, without a doubt, there's something there being added that's outside of your control, or even if it's PvP, you are in your opponent's control. But I believe that's what it has to do with, like nerfing players, nerfing teams, stuff like that. So I can never prove that, and who knows if they would ever get rid of it, since we can't even prove that it's 100% there, even though we know we can't point to exactly like, look, you nerfed my player down to this and did this, but that's all we can hope for. So I'll be back on later. A lot to talk about. I'm going to keep going with my 4-3-2-1. I'll have a video on that in depth coming soon. So if you liked what you saw before the game went haywire, I'll have more on that. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe. I'll be back on all weekend. I just need a little bit of a break. Try to turn it to a more of a positive, but it's important to talk about this stuff too, guys. I mean, it's better than just acting like this shit doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So I'll be back on. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you also join the Discord if you haven't. That way you can be involved 24/7. We're always talking football, eFootball, everything. Just follow the link in any one of my socials. Click in the Discord, free to join. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.